And Jensen went, yeah. Bookmark. You know what I mean?
Alright, I'm gonna play my intro, so I'm gonna let it run in, alright?
And they can write it on my tombstone. Here lies a man that don't cry, with ash on the feet from the pillar hills. I've been up and I've been down, but my place ain't on the ground. About me, death on my feet, life on my knees. The trouble ain't nothing but another damn thing. I've been up and I've been down, and I've been beat and pushed around. I pick myself up off the ground, just wait and see. Cause you're just another thing, another bridge I'll have to burn. Just another lesson I'm bound to learn. But he ain't a damn thing changing me, so watch and see.
Well, that's right.
Cause you're just another thing to me.
You know it ain't a thing with it, so I focus on the game, but I can't get it. I got my people wondering if I still got it, so I'm reaching out the window for my pill bottle. And I will follow, devil wanna ride with me, but I ain't letting him. I got a lot of my problems, but I ain't stressing. I'm on a path of my past, so my days gone. I keep on fighting and I'm trying to find my way home. Head to the sky and ride just to stay strong. My time ticking quicker like I'm on a payphone. They don't wanna hire me cause my piss is cloudy. Looking down but they don't know nothing about me. They bringing the wicked, the sickest person out of my soul, so I'm taking and making it work down the Mo Dirt Road. I rearrange some things, but ain't no change in me. Man, it's plain to see, it's just another thing.
I've been up and I've been down, and I've been beat and pushed around. I pick myself up off the ground, just wait and see. Cause you're just another thing, another bridge I'll have to burn. Just another lesson I'm bound to learn. But he ain't a damn thing changing me, so watch and see. Cause you're just another thing. It's in the past now, so I don't think about that. Made some real bad choices I can't take back. That's why I don't brag about the things I own, cause I can make a wrong turn and it'll all be gone. I still bust my ass to make ends meet. I understand a better plan is on its way for me. And hey, it's just another day, and I'll get by. Just keep walking with my head high. And you know I've been up and I've been down, and I've been beat and pushed around. Pick myself up off the ground, just wait and see. Cause you're just another thing, just another bridge I'll have to burn. Just another lesson I'm bound to learn. But he ain't a damn thing changing me, so watch and see. Cause you're just another thing. I've been up and I've been down, and I've been beat and pushed around. Pick myself up off the ground, just wait and see. Cause you're just another thing, another bridge I'll have to burn. Just another lesson I'm bound to learn. But he ain't a damn thing changing me, so watch and see. Cause he's just another thing to me.
Yeah. You know, out here in Tennessee, baby, we keep them long,
What's
bumpy
up?
roads. It ain't nothing but a thing. Let's go. I got my man Hoja bringing me all the way up to Indiana, baby. Let's show him how we get down on these back roads. Come on.
It's been a long, bumpy road.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of things on my ride.
Come on.
Breaking down slowly. Time's overheating, running out of places to drive.
You know we
I
just
just keep moving down the road with nowhere to go. Not a care on my mind. Got the wheels rolled down with my beard in the breeze. I'm on ease. Living every second of my life. Every second of my life.
wake me up, baby. Hell, I must be asleep. I'm in my K5, sitting high, living the dream. And though the
think that I got about my granddaddy's liquor cabinet. Sitting back reminiscing about all the things that has happened. Smoking up and we laughing, we all know it's about to happen. Hungry and got it cracking, just give us the reins. We taking over the game, I'm turned all the way up. Put your hands in the sky with me. If you feel me knocking, then let me in, because I've been begging for a minute. I'm almost hit it, yes, I'm in it for the winning. It's the beginning. Meanwhile, I'm gonna live it up with my friends and my family, entertaining these fans with these bangers and keeping them happy. Shout out to the fans, you like my fam, you make it happen. You're making me happy, witnessing my dreams actually happening. I was told that I wouldn't, but when I do, I humbly laugh at you when I drive by and your neck break, and I'm laid back thinking this is the life that I'm made. I'm finally famous.
Been a long, bumpy road. Seen a lot of things on my ride. Come on, breaking down.
Oh, it's so good. Love the country rap.
Running out of places to drive. I just keep moving down the road with nowhere to go. Not a care on my mind. Got the kids rolled down with my beard in the breeze. I'm on ease. Even every second of my life. Every second of my life.
I won't give up. I refuse to. I don't have it in me to be a quitter. I wasn't built that way. I overcome and overpower every obstacle in my life.
Hey, it's a party over here. Bring your people to the other side. Take them back roads, you might wanna bring your other ride. Big chrome wheels, custom paint, that ain't cutting it. Nobbies with the mud flaps, we be on some other shit. Couple hundred cattle and a pond full of southern cat. You can't tell me nothing
About barbecue and both of that.
me be in the middle.
See, you tell me how to cook it up.
Hang it in a bar.
Let it cure to that proper stuff.
Nougat shine got me feeling like super smoke. Take another shot, hit the perk, now we super blowed. I be in the chicken coop. Who's going chicken hunting? Catch me on the YouTube if you wanna learn you something about the simple southern country boy out of Tennessee. Hit me up on MySpace if you wanna get at me. Right around the corner, there's a perfect place for you and me. We all call it home, but you can call it Tennessee. Rolling on them back roads, blowing pine, sipping on them
Moonshine all the time.
party in
The
the
backyard's yours and mine. Hey, the way we just kicking it in Tennessee.
rolling on them back roads, blowing pine, sipping on them
Moonshine all the time. Party on the backwoods, yours and mine. Hey.
we just can't
Yo, Pinoid, I was listening to some Hank the Third earlier today. So, it's not country rap, but it's old school.
Alright, yo, hold on, I'ma death up, yo.
Another man,
Need me a mid-10 thoroughbred chick who can eat a Granny Smith apple through a picket fence.
Make me dream about it, won't quit for days. She's fine as a frog hair split. Always fresh
Cut like a hayfield, know what I mean?
Have you ever seen a country boy
So damn clean.
idea tractor four-wheeler
Or can't hold.
working on a farm
Or rolling on a back road.
looking for a
Country bound with a lot of street smart. Spend a couple thousand of my money down at Walmart.
thick-legged, big booty, sweet like tea. Baby girl, let's go carve.
Bar initials in a tree.
We're rolling on them back roads, slow and pine, sipping on that moonshine.
All the time. Money in the backyard. Yours or mine. Hey, either way, you just kicking it in Tennessee.
Rolling on them back roads,
Low and pine. Sipping on that moonshine all the time.
party in the backyard.
Yours or mine. Hey, either way, you're just kicking it in Tennessee.
Big
Ass white boy, boss of the dirt road. Fruit wanted sticky, I can get it by the truckload. Fire water smoking on a hog leg, chewing on a southern belle, chewing on a frog leg. I'm at my barbecue at noontime. After the sunset, it's straight to the moonshine. Like the pole and a coon hound, turning anything into a boom town. See, type of sight that your mother hates, quick as goat spit, tough as $2 pig steaks. I'll be taking care of things. Tell me when it's go time. When you step on my grass, let your ass write a check that your ass can't cash. Honkies with just one whistle. I don't even need a pistol.
Rolling on them back roads, slow and fine. Sipping on that moonshine all the time. Party in the backyard, yours or mine. Either way, we just kicking it in Tennessee. Rolling on them back roads, slow and fine. Sipping on that moonshine all the time. Party in the backyard, yours or mine. Either way, we just kicking it in Tennessee.
Yo, what up, and welcome to the motherfucking church. Goddamn, man, it is motherfucking Sunday night, baby. Holy shit, man, we is here, we is getting it done. We got a bunch of shit to discuss. We got things going on all over the world. World War III's trying to motherfucking pop off and shit. We got people in the chat. Alex Martin, Dark Star Mobile, motherfucking my boy Jonathan Doe, Radical Bearded Bicyclist, motherfucking Stoned Monkeys out in the chat, Board Cube, and Mad Dodge Production, and my nigga Memes. How the fuck y'all doing? Welcome, all y'all, welcome. Welcome to the church. It's Sunday night. Y'all know the situation. Yo, it's playoff weekend, man. Listen, I'm fucking excited about that shit. We're gonna have a bunch of shit to discuss tonight, you know what I mean? That's why the fuck, like, I named this bitch, goddamn it, fucking Brady, Belichick, and World War III, because like there's some conspiracy theories going out here behind what's going on with the motherfucking New England Patriots, and I find it kind of interesting. Blue Collar Canuck, what up, man? Welcome to the motherfucking show. It's nice to see you out here and shit, you know what I mean? But yo, look here, Mad fucking John Doe, and we got Golden Bonnie in the motherfucking Discord hanging the fuck out with us today. And I mean, Golden Bonnie's over here making some cabbage and shit. John Doe's over here stacking up his motherfucking bread. And the Mad Libertarian's trying to repopulate motherfucking the Northwest by himself. What up, y'all? How the fuck y'all doing tonight, man?
What up, Tommy?
How you doing, man? Fucking hanging out, chilling, you know what I mean? Fucking it's Sunday night, waiting on that fucking message to tell me to go to fucking work. So, you know, just chilling at the moment. Mad Dodge.
What up, though?
What's going on, my brother? Golden Bonnie, man. What up, man? I ain't hung out with you in a minute. I've been fucking busier in the one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. How's that fucking search for finding you a motherfucking bitch to make some cabbage with?
It ain't going well, but whatever, man. We're all gonna die, man. World War III is gonna go down and whatever.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about that myself, which is why, you know what I mean, like, we're having this motherfucking stream right now. You know what I mean? That's kind of the situation. Yo, beyond my purview said I became a Titans fan. Yo, I feel where you are. You know what I'm saying? Dude, look, seriously. Like, yo, they're going to get their ass kicked next week, and I fucking agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I completely agree with you. That's why I'm hoping the Eagles win tonight, because I'm a Niners fan, and let's be real here. All these good teams get knocked the fuck out of the playoffs, and I'm in much better shape because New Orleans just got knocked out too.
I'm with you, dude. Go Niners. You know what's up.
I always root for the underdog because that means our team has a better chance later. That's where the fuck I'm at. You know what I mean?
No, but check it out, man. Like I said, sorry about the kids, by the way. But that website, all right, we got seven aircrafts from the United States Air Force moving towards Iran. Mm-hmm. We have the Royal Air Force, the RAF, moving assets into the region. We have the United States Navy mobilized the 5th Fleet, I believe, or 10th Fleet, MC was saying, without the carrier. They mobilized the battleships and the destroyers. They are headed to the area immediately. This is about to kick off. Kick the tires and light the fires, boys.
Well, I heard, like, on the fucking news, there's like 3,500 service members about to pop off, head out of fucking Houston, going over that neck of the woods. You know what I mean? So, like, there's a lot of big goings-ons over in Iran right now. Fucking, they're highly concerned about what's going to actually happen. Let's be real here. Iran has fought, I think, like, one real war in the past 200 fucking years. So, and the last real war that they actually fought on their fucking ground was against Iraq and Saddam Hussein. And Saddam marched nearly 1 million troops into fucking Iran and didn't see any of them coming back to fuck out. So, that's a little bit scary. I'll be perfectly real with you.
Well, no, and the thing is, man, we talked about this on my stream a little bit earlier. Okay, here's the thing, right? You have Tehran, you have the international airport, and what you have is an actual civilized country. Okay, This is Persia, so that's like bombing PDX, bro. That's like bombing Portland International Airport.
Yeah.
What the fuck, right?
Well, this is what I said. You know, I mean, I was like, yo, look, this is not a joke. Like, this is not a bullshit country when it really comes down to it. Like, real shit. This is not. What up?
This shit's really gonna pop. You guys really think this shit's gonna pop off?
I'll tell you what.
Wait. Let me hear John Doe's take.
Golden. I've never talked to you before, but I have live updates from a certain site that gets its info before the AP. And yes, we are moving military assets into the region currently, right now, as we talk. And Iran has been bombing the United States Embassy again in Baghdad with rockets as of 3 hours ago. Yes, it's going to pop off.
Okay. So, yeah, I think there's going to be a conflict, but I'm not even the slightest bit worried. And I'll tell you why. You mentioned yourself that Iran, the last time they were fighting was against Saddam Hussein in Iraq. That battle, or that war went on for what, like 7 years?
For how long?
I think it was 7 years that they were fighting each other. And they fought each other to a dead standstill. So Iran is literally just as powerful as Iraq if they were just, it ended in a standoff. The last time we went into action, we took out Iraq in 1 day. So I'm really not worried about Iran. I think we'll have a conflict. I think we'll go in there, we'll slap them around, and we'll be done inside a week.
I don't think so. I don't think that's how this is going to work in any way, shape, or form. Like, I think this is a real country, right? This is not some bullshit backwoods nation like fucking Iraq that's, you know, all fucked up and completely divided over what's going on inside of the country. This isn't like 4 different fucking, you know what I mean, Sunni, Shia, fucking bullshit, you know what I mean, fucking factions all, you know what I mean, on the brink of a civil war to begin with. This is a real country with real technological ability, who has real international ties, who is one of 12 countries in the world who put a satellite in fucking orbit. This is not a bullshit country in any way, shape, or form. This is not going to be a cakewalk like fucking Iraq was. You know, this is, and on top of this country's 3 times or 4 times the size Iraq is. You know what I mean? So it's a whole different animal.
Geographic size doesn't necessarily equal military might, and Iraq fought them to a dead standstill for 7 years.
Well, that's only because of us.
Iraq out in.
You know what I mean? That's only because of us. Like, because, like, every time somebody was moving some fucking troops, we would tell the other one where the fucking troops are moving to. Like, and on top of that, we were funding both sides of that war.
Ugh.
Well, I think there's going to be a conflict, but I'll give it 7 days, and we will have taken over the entire. 7 days from the time it started.
Okay, so how long has Iraq lasted?
How long has it lasted? Like, how long has it been a country, or?
No, as a conflict.
We took over Iraq. Let's see. It took a day to take the capital. Inside a week, we had the entire country dominated. I think it took us 2 months to actually find Saddam hiding in a barn.
Yeah, he was underground inside of a bunker. We drug him out of a hole. Fucking he was yeah, but no, like we lost massive amount of casualties after that from the insurgency that fucking lasted afterwards. Like this, and this is not going to be like Iraq. Like Iran has more than one major city, right? It has actual like it has tactical capabilities. It's running proxy wars all over the place. It has money.
I'm open to the idea that I'm wrong. I'm open to the idea I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but I'll make a gentleman's bet. You know, I'll bet you inside a week after we finally actually commit to it, it'll be over.
Well, I remotely agree with you that like the how do I put this, man? I think if you do what we did in Iraq, where we come in on a shock and awe and just start fucking dropping munitions on them, it won't be, you know, like it was in Iraq where motherfuckers just take off their uniform and, you know, fucking go into hiding and start putting IEDs on the fucking road. I think they're going to actually fight back.
Okay, here's the point MC made, and he was in military intelligence, so that's why I'm bringing him up. He said the United States' first measure would be bomb the coastline. We would target assets in Tehran. We would probably leave northern Iran pretty much alone. Saudi Arabia would immediately move on Qatar. And you would see Israel sending sorties into Iran as well. If all of that actually takes place, I don't give it a week. I give it about 6 months. But I do believe Iran will fall. But what happens after it falls? That's the major question here, right?
You're not wrong about that either. Right? You're not wrong about that either.
Anytime you end up with a power vacuum, yeah, man. That's when real problems start.
You know, like there's again, there's a lot of moving parts of this. Legitimately, like this isn't some simple thing. And like I agree with fucking John Doe, where like we're gonna go in and we're gonna bomb the shit out of stuff. You know what I mean? And like fucking we can take out their fucking government and all the nonsense that goes with it. But I just
what replaces the government?
Yeah, like and this is the problem.
That's a good question. Is who would replace Ayatollah Khomeini? Chances are the Iranian National Guard are practically fucking loyalists, and they're not gonna just sit by and watch their supreme leader just get taken out and have everything fall under control. Chances are Khomeini's top lieutenants will be the ones who will be the only ones left to maintain order, and that's assuming if the United States government doesn't start putting a puppet regime in its place, which, let's be honest, the Iranian people just would not support that at all. They would much rather have Khomeini's bodyguards start calling the shots.
I'm not sure. I've never met you before. Hi. I'm Mad Dodge. Okay, so what do you mean, though, the Iranian people? Because the Iranian people are the same people that 2 months ago were protesting in the streets.
Well, why were they protesting?
They're not necessarily supporting the Ayatollah.
They don't support the Ayatollah, and they certainly don't trust the United States government.
Okay, hang on. You need to know why they were protesting. Do you know why they were protesting, Mad Dodge?
Because they were cutting back on pensions.
No,
it was gas prices as well, right?
Yeah. It was because they cut down the amount of free gas that the government was fucking giving them. It wasn't because they were upset about the motherfucking like about the actual fucking like country itself and like how it was being run. They were upset about their free gifts being taken away.
Bread and circuses.
Well, just free Gibbs as far as gasoline's concerned. So, like, understand, like, those were a bunch of socialists in the streets arguing and screaming about how the fuck, you know, they wanted their free shit back. Like, that had absolutely nothing to do with, you know.
Haven't we seen a reoccurring protest from the women of Iran, at least, to where they are sick of the oppression that is forced upon them? No. You do have an undercurrent of younger generations rising up that are using proxy servers, they are using the internet, and they are learning about Western civilization.
But who cares what the women?
whatever, repeal the 19th, blah, blah, blah. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about an actual government system that is oppressing a giant demographic of their country. And do you think they'll just stand idly by when their country's being ripped apart? Why not rise up? That's your moment.
Because I think Islam is right about women, and they know women won't actually.
They would rather have the men fight for them.
John Doe's not wrong about that. I'll be perfectly real. He is not wrong about that. Like, women aren't going to fucking fight. You know what I mean? They'll bitch and whine and complain and shit, but they're not going to fight about stuff.
Yeah, they're not.
Stop this equality shit. I'm not trying to get drafted into World War III.
Yeah. Bonnie, you're not going to get drafted into World War III. Nobody wants a furry in the military. All right.
And
There's plenty of them, actually, but that's a whole different story for a whole different day.
I'm probably way too autistic to join.
Actually, Nephew, you are about the exact age that's going to be taken into the military.
But
I'm close to 25. You mean even in spite of the fact that I'm also close to 25, right?
Yeah, you're about right at the right age to go into the military.
You are prime, dude. You are prime. You are who they want.
Oh, great! I don't know whether
you
I
are
should
in
be
prime
honored
fighting
or
form,
scared.
my friend.
I don't know whether I should be honored or scared.
Like, I'm 30. Both. Like, I'm gonna be 38 here soon. Fucking, they're gonna take you before they take me.
I'm 35. I'm 35, but I scored super high on my ASVAB.
Me too.
The Army was up my ass for like 15 years straight. So if they get a chance, they're gonna nab my ass.
I got smacked with the medical shit because like fucking I busted my arm in like 6 places when I was playing football and shit.
I'll be 36 in 5 days. I got a fucking messed up hip, and the Marine Corps wouldn't take me back in 2001 because I was a high school dropout. So I think I'm pretty safe.
I don't know. I don't know like exactly where you're at as far as shit's concerned, but I'll be real with you. Like, you know, it's something that, you know, you're going to have to look at. But, you know, so that's, they reinstitute the draft. And that's the other part of this, right? Is like, if this turns into a real conflict, because Iran does have like fucking treaties and shit with Russia and fucking China. Like, if we go to war with Iran, we might end up at war with the rest of the fucking world.
Okay, but I mean, you guys do know what actually started this whole.
What started this whole thing?
The Shah, because apparently the Shah was so incompetent. The previous Shah, like the last king of Iran.
Iran started selling oil to China without using U.S. dollars.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, no. Before we jump off into talking about pyramids and eyeballs,
we're not talking about pyramids and eyeballs, nigga. The petrodollar status is a real fucking thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they kind of is
keeping our money afloat. That's
Yeah, but here's the thing, okay? The real situation is simple. When it comes to Iran, they have wanted war. They have declared war on us, and they have wanted open conflict for years.
We've been picking a fight with them for 9 months.
They believe that we will go into this half-heartedly, like we did Iraq and Afghanistan. They do not understand who President Trump is. They really don't. President Trump, I believe he doesn't want a war. But if you push him, he will just destroy you and move on. Next. That's who he is. And if you want to position the world in the World War III, the Royal Air Force is already flying troops over with the United States. You already have your battle lines drawn.
Yo, look. All right, I don't really care about Britain. It's a garbage-ass fucking military as far as shit's concerned. Them motherfuckers have a major problem inside of their own country with fucking Iranians actually already being there. So, like, that's...
Pakistanis and Somalis.
Yeah, they have massive amounts of fucking problems there, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to end up with, like, unbelievable amounts of civil unrest if they decide that they're going to go to fucking war in the Middle East again. You know, so that's number one. Number two is this. the petrodollar status. Yo, look, all right. The petrodollar status is an actual real fucking thing. All right. It's like an actual treaty, the Bretton Woods Agreement and shit. You know, I mean, that was actually signed by fucking Richard Nixon in 1972 that agreed that with Saudi Arabia, they would price their oil only in dollars. And so from then on, they would end up having our military basically be their military, and we would do what the fuck they would ask of us to do with it and defend them in the fucking region and defend their fucking local goddamn power.
And which also makes Saudi Arabia the de facto 51st state of the Union.
Mm-hmm. Like, people think it's Israel. Like, I had motherfuckers in my comment section after I did my last video that were talking about it was fucking Israel and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not.
Israel's probably the only area in the region that gives us key access to the Middle East.
Yeah, but it's not, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's not Israel. Israel isn't the issue. It's Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? When it really comes down to it. Because this problem with Iran isn't a problem with motherfucking, you know what I mean, goddamn Israel. It's a problem with motherfucking Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? Because Israel and Saudi Arabia has been fighting in Yemen in a proxy war for the past probably 4 or 5 years. And, like, a lot of people don't know about this shit. Yeah, like, a lot of people don't know about this shit. Like, fucking, like, and this is the thing, is like, all right, so did anybody hear what fucking General Wesley Clark said back in 2002?
Oh, God, I was still smoking pot back then. I don't remember much from those days.
I was years old back then. I was like 7 back then, dude.
All right, so
yeah, I was smoking weed and delivering pizzas.
What the fuck?
Didn't he give like a list of the countries and the order they needed to be taken over?
Yes, he did. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yep.
He gave a list. We would invade Iraq, Afghanistan, and then Iran. And
Iraq. No.
Fall out of NATO, and we would take Turkey.
No. It was Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Syria, Sudan, Darfur, and then finishing up Iran. That's exactly what he said. And it's played out exactly in this motherfucking way. I was just watching this shit fucking yesterday because, like, somebody put this bitch back up again. Like, this is exactly how the fuck it is. They said it was going to go, and this is exactly the way they said it. That's exactly the way it's fucking going at the moment. So when it really comes down to it, this plan's been fucking in place since, like, fucking 2001 when fucking we started this whole fucking nonsense. And this has everything to do with the petrodollar status. Everything to fucking do with it, Mad Dot. This says, yeah, go ahead, John.
It's everything like, and this isn't the first time that we've gone in and started a conflict with a country because they didn't want to play ball with the petro.
Yeah, like fucking this is not some fucking conspiracy theory, reptilians, fucking golden eye, fucking pyramid nonsense. You know what I mean? When it really comes down to it, this is like some actual. The reasons why our dollars work after we took it off the gold standard is back in 1947 we became the world's reserve currency. So basically what that means is that out of a basket of fucking currencies that they have in the world, when they want to stand here and do, you know what I mean, like an international trade where, say, like, I don't know, fucking Uzbekistan fucking traders want to fucking, you know what I mean, fucking short a stock in fucking Germany, right? Instead of standing here like having to buy fucking euros and going through that whole goddamn process, right? Both sides will end up fucking doing a trade in fucking dollars. So that, you know what I mean, like there's always
the US dollar.
Yeah, but there's always a need for our fucking dollars in overseas when it really comes down to it.
Well, and the reason they did that is because we
air carrier dollar, and we're the only one with the largest military force that could assure safe transportation of goods and services across the seas without any problems, because no second-rate fucking pirate is gonna fuck with the U.S. Navy.
Well, they still do.
The reason was because we had so many gold reserves and we had every dollar backed by gold. So every dollar was as good as gold. So it made sense to use it as the reserve.
And on top of that, United States after World War II was the only country that wasn't bombed to fucking the goddamn Stone Age. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Berlin didn't get done finish being rebuilt until like 2007 or 2008. You know what I mean? After fucking World War II. Right? So, like, yo, this is the level that everybody else was on. So, like, fucking, not only did we have, like, the world's, like, fucking only country with a manufacturing capability, we were shipping the most amount of goods. We had the world's reserve currency. And on top of that, we had the only fucking military that wasn't decimated in that fucking conflict. So when it comes down to it, we ended up protecting everybody else's trade routes for the next fucking, I don't know, fucking almost 80 years at this point, right? And this is where we are today. You know what I mean? Like, things they have not adjusted after everybody else came back up to fucking power and back up to speed where they needed to be at. And so today we ended up back in 1972 when the United States ran out of fucking oil in its fucking national borders, right? Like, we ended up not being able to produce the amount of oil we used to have because we didn't have fracking technology, things of this nature, blah, 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 blah. And we ended up having, Great Britain stood there and recalled all their fucking, they traded in all their dollars for gold during the fucking winter of discontent, right? Which is something a lot of people don't know. And that's the reason why and they ended up fucking having to sell off a whole bunch of gold that, the United States flat just didn't fucking have while we were fighting the Vietnam War. And we ended up standing here fucking having to take our dollar off of the fucking gold standard. And we made this deal with Saudi Arabia to be able to make sure that they always had a major pool of fucking currency needed overseas because the whole world runs on fucking oil for the transportation in their goddamn countries. This is where we are.
We are a net exporter of oil now. We are not a net importer anymore.
Yes.
And I would follow that up and say this. Yeah. Is the whole situation shit? Yeah, it is. But it is what it is. And we're stuck in the situation we're stuck in. So we still have to deal with it.
Okay, so here's the problem it comes down to, right? And memes in the chat just ask, is the petrodollar good for the United States? Now, this is a yes and no question, right? Is it good for the United States? Remotely, it's good for the United States because it allows us to be able to borrow into oblivion and spend a fuck ton of money that we wouldn't be able to spend without it, right? But on the other hand, we have to constantly defend the goddamn fucking petrodollar status in the Middle East and make sure nobody fucking takes their fucking oil and prices anything else. Go ahead, Johnny.
Well, it also gives us the ability of exporting our inflation. We're sending U.S. dollars that we printed out overseas and letting them have them so they're not in our immediate.
So it basically gives us two different pools of money, right? So when they start talking about how like the Fed's printing all this fucking money to be able to bail out the fucking system. For instance, they printed $500 billion in fucking December in order to fucking, stabilize the markets in the overnight trading systems during fucking December.
Which is an insane amount of money.
Okay.
Oh my God, I cannot believe this shit. It is insane.
Okay, but here's the thing. Like, what a lot of people aren't looking at is there's two different systems, right? Like, if you gave $500 billion to the general population of the United States, it would cause rampant inflation. But if you send it the fuck overseas and let traders do what they do with it, what it does is it gets spread out, put out on fucking margins, and then they end up fucking using it to fucking fund pension systems and, the fucking retirement fucking portfolios of everybody across the goddamn world. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a separate fucking system completely. So this is why they're able to do this with the stock market, because the stock market really, you have places like Deutsche Bahn, like fucking John Doe. Did you hear about what's going on with Deutsche Bahn?
Last I heard, they were in deep shit. They were riding the fence, getting ready to go bank.
Why?
All their bets are going bad. They're losing.
Yeah, but they were betting the U.S. currency, right? What they do is they'd stand here and they'd basically take a 50-50 shot at whether or not the dollar would go up or down in value, and they kept losing, right? And they were doing this at billions of dollars a fucking day. And they ended up to where the point where they were like, what was it? Like fucking 85 or 90 trillion dollars in fucking in the negative in their fucking accounts using these goddamn fucking clearinghouses and shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this is all stuff that like nobody talks about, nobody has fucking any idea about, and they're not having any type of conversation, right? But we keep printing this fucking money to keep propping up this fucking petrodollar system, and it's what allows us to continue to do so, right? So like there's a lot of moving parts to all this shit that a lot of people don't talk about, and a lot of people have no idea about when it really comes down to it.
Well, I think another interesting thing that people don't think about when we're exporting all of these dollars overseas for the petrodollar, people got to buy oil in dollars. Well, once they've got it, like the only way for anybody to get a return on investment right now is the U.S. stock market. Everybody else's bonds are shit. Everyone else's stock market is shit. Everybody's interest rates are shit or negative, so they're like double shit, wrapped in shit, deep fried in shit. So they're all putting their money into the U.S. stock market, which is blowing it up into an even bigger bubble. So we're gonna really quickly we're gonna get this inflation hitting us before we fucking know it, and the stock market's gonna crash when the bubble pops, and everyone's going to go, "Where are my guns?"
Well, this is where the fuck like shit's really at, right? Like when what the hell fucking I wanted to say. When you have these motherfuckers here standing here they're taking out all their goddamn retirement money right now. And that's what they're wallpapering over with all these fucking, the Fed putting money into the system, right? When the Fed's putting money in the system, they're just basically trying to wallpaper over the fact that fucking like all these old people are retiring and taking their 401ks out of the fucking stock market. So they're selling equities and, going into shit like CDs or whatever the case might be to have long-term stable fucking potentials. And when they went through for the past probably 5 years and built up this massive amount of fucking debt inside of the fucking bond market, what they hoped would happen is that when people stood here and had their 401ks move out of equities and into the bond market, they would buy these companies' corporate bonds that now at this point are at a fucking level that's fucking ridiculous. And it would act as like a stalwart to fucking, make sure that their stocks didn't drop too much because of people fucking selling them in order to cash in their 401ks. And that's really what's going on with the stock market right now in a macro sense. And all across the world, there's $100 trillion due in pensions that nobody has the money for.
Yeah, no one has that money. But, everybody's been taking our bad checks so far. We might as well write one great big bad, terrible check.
Yeah. It's like just like fucking and this is why I'm concerned about a war with Iran. Like, look, we're broke. We have 5 years and Social Security and Medicare are going to be 100% of the U.S. fucking budget. 100%, period. Right? Flat out. And when you start looking at it from that manner, you go, nigga, we don't have the money for another war right now. Legit.
Well, another point, I think it's interesting that all of this is popping off as soon as the gun grab is starting. It's like a distraction.
I
don't think so.
Go ahead, Matt Dodge.
Actually, and this is why I don't think so. Because President Trump is a lot of things, including a blue dog Democrat from New York. He is not a Republican.
You're absolutely right. He is absolutely a Democrat. You're
not to mention he was also part of the donor class.
Yeah, no, exactly. Don't let him fool you. He is not a Republican. But that being said, he's also not a gun grabber. So this isn't an Obama sleight of hand movement here from the federal government. Matter of fact, I believe Trump would back the counties in Virginia. And you know what I'm referring to there.
Well, we'll see. He hasn't said anything yet, has he? And it looks like Washington is getting ready to pass the exact same laws.
Yeah, Washington's not going to pass those laws.
Well, that's what they said in Virginia.
Too high. They're way too into snorting up cocaine off each other's buttholes.
He said they're snorting coke off each other's buttholes. All right. Well, like we're Virginia. So what happened in Virginia, right? Like, how did Virginia turn blue? How did this happen? Right. And like, this is something I've been trying to like look into and understand what's going on. Like, they did have some immigration come into fucking Virginia, but let's be real here. These counties that voted blue because they hate Trump, not because they're fucking Democrats.
Well, they signed the death warrant, didn't they?
They legitimately stood here and voted blue for like the first time because they hated fucking Trump. They just voted down ballot fucking Democrat because they hated fucking Trump that much.
Well, Trump does not equal the entire Republican Party.
Well, remember, 90% of Washingtonians who work down there in the fucking Capitol live in Virginia.
Yeah, but it's like these guys are idiots. The president doesn't have all the power. All the shit that he passes has to go through Congress and the Senate first. Trump is basically he's only in charge of the military and law enforcement, and his job is mainly essentially to make us look good. He can't actually put the laws or fulfill his campaign promises without going through a lot of bullshit first.
All right, I have somebody who just asked me a question. They said, side question, will Kerry be arrested due to the Logan Act? And I want to say, what up to Jonathan Doe, right? Like, we got John Doe in the motherfucking Discord call, and we got Jonathan Doe, my motherfucking boy, the nigga who made a motherfucking meme about me as Butters. And I mean, back when I had like 200 fucking subs. What up, man? Fucking like, yo, I ain't seen you in a minute. And I don't know about him being charged under the Logan Act. I don't know why he would. Fucking, I don't think he will, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, like, I don't fucking know. But yeah, like, so that's what happened in Virginia. You know what I mean? Like, so, yo, it's just a whole bunch of government workers upset that, like, yo, people vote for what's going to be good and bad for them. Right? And it wasn't so much it was going to be bad for them because they thought Trump was going to be a fucking tyrant. They thought it was going to be bad for them because Trump's going to eliminate government fucking jobs. You know what I'm saying? And like, so that's where the deep state lives, and the deep state voted against him. That's what the situation is.
Well, this gun grabbing idea it's spreading, and it's worse than what people think. I was at the gun range today, matter of fact, and a gentleman was talking to me about North Carolina, and apparently there is a guy running in North Carolina for governor who has said he wants to take guns, and anyone that resists, he'll kill him.
Well, he's unelectable in North Carolina.
Well, he's bold enough to come out and say it, and he's still breathing.
Well, no, and maybe it's the difference in states, right? You guys back east, you guys talk about gun ranges and shit, and so do them down in SoCal and shit, right? My gun range is I drive up the road to a fucking, gravel fucking lot, and we fucking shoot our guns and drink some beer. You know what I mean? That's my gun range. It's up the road about 4.5 miles.
We do the same thing here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just go out into the woods and go shoot fucking guns. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, we do it in the backyard.
Like, I don't get this gun club, gun range mentality. I don't get that.
What I'm doing, I do the backwoods shooting also, but what I'm doing right now, just got a new rifle, dialing in the scope at 200 yards, and they've got everything set up for there, and it cost me $10.
Yeah, and on top of that, you can meet like-minded individuals outside of where the fuck you live.
Sorry, Pinoid. I was just gonna say I wasn't talking shit. I was just saying, like, I don't get that. I just go up to the woods with my buddies and we hang out and shoot.
Well, yeah. What I'm saying is you can also meet like-minded individuals there. You know what I'm saying? It's always cool to have friends and people you can talk to about shit and like get off of the fucking internet and talk to real goddamn people. You know what I'm saying? That's highly the fuck important.
That is absolutely true. This is my second time to that particular range, and I'll tell you what, it's really something to just talk to people. The first time I went there, there was this family just sitting around shooting guns over at the pistol range. This dad and his 2 sons and uncle were all just having a good time, just teaching the kids how to shoot, and it was just really heartwarming.
Yeah, that's cool. We have a gun range here in Oregon where you can actually fire a Thompson. They charge you like $100 and you have to pay for the ammo. And dude, you ever fire a Thompson? That's a lot of ammo.
Only with
a lot of 45 ACP.
Yo, only with the drum mag. I'll be real with you. You know what I'm saying? But like, Jonathan, fucking Talbot links. If you wanted to drop some motherfucking shekels, my brother, the link is in the description. You're gonna have to copy and paste it. YouTube's being bitches about putting links and shit. You have to have it like fucking exact for like capitalization, like capitalize the HTTPS. And I mean, just copy and paste in your fucking browser. You know what I mean? And it'll let you fucking send that shit to me. Sorry. Like, yo.
Get your shekels, homie.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to make money, my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this can, like, if I'm trying to make back the amount of money I just paid for this fucking computer and shit.
Oh yeah, what tower did you get, man?
Man, I ended up. Oh no, I got this fucking HP laptop. It's like 16 gigs, terabyte, fucking solid state hard drive and shit. You know what I mean? Fucking. Actually, believe it or not, I went to the fucking rental place and got it. Right, that way I don't gotta pay up front and I can make payments on it. You know what I mean? That way I don't gotta like fucking break my goddamn bank to do it. And then on top of that, I fucking got this Sirius fucking, what is it? Fucking Sirius X, some shit like that. Fucking microphone. It's hang on, let me take my sock off of this bitch. Fucking, I'm using it as a pop filter and shit. It's a fucking, yeah, it's like a Sirius X fucking thing. Oh, Sirius Razor X. Or, yeah, Razor Sirius X fucking microphone, bomb as shit. Then I just got a bullshit fucking, you know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
Bullshit
Yeah,
mouse.
no, I got a blue snowball, and every time I say snowball, I think Clerks. Like, god damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one of those before. You know, that's what got stolen and shit was my fucking snowball or whatnot. Yeah. Fucking.
They stole your snowball.
Yeah. Fucking yeah, but anyway, man, fucking like that's kind of like, I don't know, like as far as like the gun grabbing's concerned, Virginia.
So is that shit like Rent-A-Center or whatever?
Nah, this is
Sorry
I got it.
digress.
Yeah, I got it from something. I got it from a different fucking place. But fucking like, yeah, like yo, dude, it's only like fucking I think $20 a week, which is fucking easy as shit. And I pay it off before fucking like June. It's fucking like only like $650 or some shit. I can avoid all the fucking rental payments and whatnot.
Nice. Yeah, we got our washer and dryer through Rent-A-Center and paid it off before the end date too. So like, yeah, that's why I was asking if it's like that. I don't know what you guys have over in your neck.
Yeah, we got Rent-A-Center here too, you know what I mean? But actually, believe it or not, I had fucking shit from Rent-A-Center and whatnot, right? And like my fucking TV my house got broken into, my TV got stolen that I rented from fucking Rent-A-Center.
Oh shit, they have a thing though, right? Like they'll replace that shit and then they'll file charges.
Yeah, only if you don't know the person who fucking broke into the goddamn house. If it was my ex-girlfriend, I wasn't gonna charge that bitch with a crime. I'm not
shit.
that type of nigga.
You got fucked.
Yeah, I'm just not that type of dude. I don't fucking call the cops on motherfuckers and shit. But yeah, so like that's yeah. So anyway, with the gun grabbing thing, fucking like I think only a few states really actually have to worry about that. Places like California, Virginia, probably Colorado and Maryland, I would guess. Maybe New Jersey and possibly New York would only be like the states that I'd be worried about that. Everybody else, no, but they're not coming for your fucking guns.
I think I
would bring up.
They're going to come for all of them before the welfare goes broke. They don't want everyone armed when the government.
Well, no, and the thing is, though, I'm bringing up Oregon because the governor, Katie, the fucking cunt, pike, fucking little bitch, she is shoving through anti-gun legislation. And the Republican representatives had to flee Salem and actually ran to where I live, up in the Cascades. They ran up here to hide. Yeah, they sent out the Oregon State Police to find these motherfuckers. And they were hiding in Eastern Oregon and up in the Cascades, right?
Well, because if they were present for the vote, the bill would have passed, right? So they said, well, we're not going to be present for the vote then, so it can't.
Exactly, and she sent out the fucking cops. So she is pushing that shit in Oregon hardcore. And Oregon is an open carry state. I can walk down the street with the 12 gauge on my back and nobody can bat an eyeball at me.
Yeah.
That's where we're at right now today. If she has her way, we'll be an anti-gun state. We'll be Los Angeles on a state level.
Oregon's a dumpster fire, legitimately. Like Oregon's a goddamn dumpster fire. Real talk when it comes down to it. You know what I mean? It really legitimately is. It's a fucking dumpster fire in a quarter.
Oh, well, what you have, Pinoid, man, I live here, dude. What you have is you have a culture clash, right? You have Eastern Oregon and the Cascades saying, hey, we're open carry. We care about this, and this. And then you have Eugene, Springfield, and Portland saying, go fuck yourselves. That's what you have. Three areas of the state controlling and hijacking the whole political system.
Well, it's the same thing going on in Virginia right now, right? It's only like 2 or 3 counties that have enough population that it's going to pass through the entire state.
Yeah, and when you get something like that, that's when you get the flashpoint, right? You know what I mean? It's
that's the problem.
Open conflict.
Yeah, that's the problem with most states. You know, I mean, when it really comes down to it, legit. That's the problem.
There'll be 2 or 3 cities with a big enough population that it overtakes the whole.
Yeah, and like I don't nobody knows what to do with this situation in a democracy. Legit. Like when it comes down to like running things inside of democracy, when you have people who all live inside of the same county voting for something that's fucking terrible for everybody the fuck else. Like what the fuck do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's 2 foxes and a hen voting on what's going to be for.
Yeah. Y'all there?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, fuck. I don't know. I was fucking opening up my fucking Streamlabs and shit, so fucking I could see what the hell was going on in case I got a goddamn donation and shit. It's like my shit was like, and my shit's encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding. It keeps dropping down to like 300 and shit. So I know the stream's like fucked up.
My shit is completely breaking right now. So.
That happens. But yeah, like fucking, like you have problems like that. You had that in Pennsylvania where like fucking, like we're basically run by Philadelphia. Like nobody knows what to do with that. You know, fucking, and that's something that has to be dealt with. And what we do is basically, you know, like you have the rest of the county, like all the fucking houses and senates and shit in most of this country are all Republican. Right. And then you have the fucking governor who's motherfucking, you know what I mean, Democrat because he got voted in by himself, you know what I mean, through the popular vote of fucking Philadelphians and Pittsburghians and people in Erie, you know, so like that happens a lot in this state. It happens in New York and fucking, you know, like that's how they end up with all them Democrats because people in New York, excuse me, in Albany and fucking Buffalo all vote for fucking Democrats and shit. Same thing in fucking Oregon, you know what I mean? You have people in fucking Salem and fucking Portland and shit. They all fucking vote for goddamn Democrat goddamn governors and shit. But like the rest of the fucking states all vote fucking red. Like, so, I mean, but like Oregon's a different situation because Oregon, let's be honest here, anybody who lives on the West Coast, if you come to the East Coast and you're a Republican out there, you might even be like a hardcore right winger out there. You come out here, you're going to be a leftist. You know what I mean?
What if you're like a hardcore right winger in the Midwest and you come to the West Coast?
Dark Start, nigga, yo, you can come into the fucking Discord, nigga. I'm in the general, just hanging the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like you can hop in whatever the fuck you want.
From the Midwest and you're like a hardcore conservative, only to come to like Las Vegas, which is technically conservative outside the Strip.
Well, then you're literally.
I like it already.
Right. I mean, like seriously, like that's why, like I talk to people who live in California and I look at them and I go, man, look, like, yo, look, you understand you are not a Republican where I come from in any way, shape, or form. You are not a fucking Republican.
That's right.
Oh, Taba Links, motherfucking just goddamn donated and shit. Hold up. Let me motherfucking.
Yeah, because the definition of Republican depends on state by state.
That's a matter of the Overton window.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it really, like, it's about where you live as to, like, how fucking, like, you know what I mean, Republican you are. Like, a right-winger in Talbot Links donated $5. Cheers, you shit. Happy New Year. Get a new beer. Thank you, my brother. It's always appreciated for the donations. Right? Like, yeah, again, you know what I'm saying? Fucking, like, yeah, like, Europeans, for instance, like, fucking anybody from Britain who's in the Tory party, you're basically a communist here. Like, real shit. Like, and that's how I look at them, because they are basically communists compared to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll agree with.
But Latin America, right wingers in Latin America, well, they practically waved the fascist banner.
Well, no, Pinoid, where do you draw the line then? What is the difference between a conservative and a Republican? And can a libertarian be a libertarian and a conservative? Or are they separate things?
Well, I don't really think that fucking like. All right, so the thing is like we modern libertarians that we're running into in this side of YouTube and this side of the internet and shit that we're having conversations with, right? We are not like libertarians, all right? We're not actual libertarians in any way, shape, or form. Like, you can read the literature and go through all the nonsense, but you're not a libertarian, right? Like, yo, you got brought in by Ron Paul, right? I got brought in by Ron Paul. Fucking Excel got brought in by Ron Paul. Like, fucking, like, we all, like, we're Ron Paul guys. So, that Ron Paul shit is a paleo conservative way of looking at shit. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, it's not really a libertarian mentality. It's because the Libertarian Party in the United States is a open borders, open motherfucking, like an open, how do I put them? And they're open borders. They're open, like, fucking to any type of degeneracy that fucking you want to do. They're fucking pro every drug in the goddamn world. You know what I mean? They're anti fucking children. They're pro feminist.
Well, pretty much they're Crowley supporters.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They're not, they are not libertarians in a way that we are. Like, they don't think we should have borders. They don't think we should have a military. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, they think that, like, fucking social spending's okay. Like, if you look at, like, a guy like, what's his name? Fucking Penn Jillette, right? Who's, like, a big figure in the Libertarian Party. Like, he's cool with social spending. He's cool with welfare and social security. You know what I mean? And when it really comes down to it, nigga, that's not anywhere near where me and you stand. You know what I mean?
That's not libertarian at all. But he's in show business, and he needs to keep his audience happy. He can't go and say, "Yeah, I think welfare should be done away with and let the poor people starve." His career.
Basically, I would frame this: we can't afford welfare anymore. All our tax dollars is pretty much being drained away to continue this fucked up system that is not getting anywhere. Plus, we still have a bunch of veterans out on the street, and they're paid like shit, despite of all the time they served in the country.
Yo, S-Power, look here, nigga. All right, we're not taking away people's wrenches where I come from. All right, this is a wrench no state. It started as a wrench no state, and it will die as a wrench no state. All right, look here, we do what we do out here. There's no fucking bullshit. It's no nonsense. Everyone's a motherfucking mob when you come in the goddamn chat, because I want to show you that I appreciate you being the fuck out here, and I appreciate you as a viewer, and I want you to know that I recognize y'all motherfuckers when you come in here. All right? Real shit. Because I went into a couple chats here recently, and I don't have a fucking wrench, and I feel some sort of kind of way about that, because you know what, nigga? I was there when all of us had 200 subs together. I was there, you know what I mean, to help motherfuckers build their shit, and I was there rocking with you, and y'all motherfuckers take my goddamn wrench away. You can eat the fattest part of my dick as far as I'm concerned when it comes down to that shit. Nigga, everybody keeps their motherfucking wrench. Fuck the garbage. Anyway, sorry, I apologize. I had to fucking let that shit out.
Reach it, Tom P.
Yeah,
How you doing tonight?
What up, Darkstar? Yo, so Darkstar wanted to tell us about the gun control in Colorado, because, look here, I have this theory that as soon as you legalize weed, your state moves towards communism. So let's listen to Darkstar.
That is actually correct. Well, and a lot of it has to do with the way the cities tend to vote versus the rural areas. I mean, like Tom P was saying about Pennsylvania, it's very much the same thing here, where if you look at the electoral map, most of the state is red, just solid, deep red. But you've got this solid, deep blue section right in the middle of the populated city. And, you know, they pretty much determine what happens for the rest of us, which sucks.
Well, yeah, not only that, like, I legitimately think that weed turned you into a fucking communist. Like, on some real shit. Like, I really do. Like, motherfuckers who smoke a lot of weed are willing to tolerate shit that, you know, I mean, normal sober people aren't willing to goddamn tolerate. You know what I mean? Like real talk.
Yeah, fun fact: you could get the same effects of weed without being stoned out of your fucking ass by simply extracting its oil into a pill, into like a chewable pill or any other edibles. It's actually possible.
Maybe I'm the crazy libertarian here, but y'all are a bunch of haters, and it's 420 somewhere. Fuck all y'all.
It's not 420 anywhere. It's 11:55, nigga. Like,
8:55 on my end.
it's 55 right now. There's nowhere in the world where it is 420 right now. Number one. Number two, I legitimately don't give a fuck about motherfucking like, yo, how people like to get high. All right. Because I'll be real here. You know what weed really does? Like real shit. What it really actually does is negative. It lets you be okay with shit you ought not to be okay with. And that's why the hood is in a situation. That's one of the reasons. That's how the hood stays in the situation where it is. Because niggas get high and they cool with having some rent and roll rims on their motherfucking caravan, while they kids is in there with dirty diapers eating fucking peanut butter with a spoon out the jaw for breakfast that the older one got the younger one. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. That's legitimately how this shit operates. And that's why I got a fucking problem with weed. Because the vast majority of motherfucking potheads and shit have a whole lot of stupid fucking communistic fucking views, and they're willing to tolerate dumb shit that the rest of us would go, yo, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we're fixing that shit.
Yo, yo, Pinoid. I just took a hit, yo. All right. And I am still not okay with Discovery. Okay? So fuck you. That whole line of argument just failed.
I think what Tom is saying is, in general, people who smoke a lot of weed are not motivated, and they're interested in having a whole lot of free stuff given to them because they feel like they deserve it because they're lazy and they're high.
Well,
in general,
wait.
there's
Okay,
always
all right.
exceptions to that.
No. Let's make a proper argument here. They're lazy. What about the weed dealer? Dude, I sold weed for over a decade, bro. I was anything but lazy. I was out on the street.
Yo,
I've done roofing.
And I was stoned the whole fucking time, bro. And
Dude,
I made quite a bit of money, man.
Years,
I did good.
And I was motivated every day to go to work and fucking drive around and fucking smoke pot, you know, and draw a fucking paycheck and shit, you know, earn those fat tips.
Let's earn them fat. Nigga, you was delivering pizzas. The fuck out of here with you. I was out here fucking working and shit. Like, it's again, this is the problem with weed motherfuckers. Like, yo, they don't know that they shit is fucked up, and they ain't willing to accept that they shit is fucked up. All right. And that's half the problem, is they get high and they forget about the fact that, like, yo, you need to measure yourself as a man against other fucking men when it comes down to it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be as good as John Doe in this bitch. You know what I mean? That's where I'm working to get to. I want to motherfucking stand here and be on that level where I'm fucking good, and I ain't got to worry about shit the rest of my motherfucking days and whatnot. You know what I mean? Yo, motherfuckers is out here with no job, chilling, smoking motherfucking weed, and I'm looking at them going, nigga, the fuck is you doing? You know what I mean? You need to get on your motherfucking grind, get on your hustle, and make your fucking paper.
Well, Tom Pete, the one thing I'd say about that is it's kind of simple when you think about it. It's almost like that frog in a boiling pot of water type scenario where, you know, they're just staying stoned off their ass to the point where they don't realize how fucked they're getting until it's way too late because they weren't paying attention.
No, yo, my nigga Gutenberg is in the motherfucking chat right now, and I want to say, yo, nigga, you better stop pissing in my fucking river, all right? Stop pissing in my goddamn river, motherfucker, all right? I'm tired of drinking your fucking piss water, and besides, I don't do that shit. I get my water from the motherfucking D-Hawk goddamn reservoir, so eat a dick.
All right, can I?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right. You're talking about weed smokers and dealers are lazy.
Yo, stop adding in weed dealers.
Within 30 days after Oregon legalized recreational marijuana, the limit on the licenses ran out, and they still have not reissued licenses. Why? Because the market flooded with dealers wanting to go legit. These people are not lazy. These people are businessmen.
Hustlers are not lazy, as an in general thing, right? You know what I'm saying?
Not talking about the hustlers, man. I'm talking about the people that just sit on their fucking porch doing nothing but smoking goddamn pot day in, day out, every hour, on the hour, like my ex fucking wife, who still hasn't worked in 6 goddamn.
Yeah, motherfucking people who stand here and smoke motherfucking weed all day, right? And just do nothing but sit around the goddamn house and don't take care of shit, right? Like, yo, legitimately, like, yo, if, all right, here's my thing. Like, and this goes with any drug, too. This is what a lot of drugs do. Gutenberg, man, yo, fuck your goddamn bullshit ass town, nigga. And your motherfucking pedophile, weird ass motherfucking Little League motherfucking World Series up that bitch, right? Anyway, so, like, yeah, like, fucking, the problem is when you run into motherfuckers who are standing here, you know, fucking, getting high on a regular basis and getting drunk on a regular basis, like, yo, a lot of parts of their lives are fucked up and they're not fixing it. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And they eventually get to the point where they go, I don't even know how to fix it. You know what I mean? For instance, I'll give you a good for instance, Golden Bonnie, right? When I go, nigga, you need to quit drinking and get your life together. And he goes, I don't know, right? Like, yo, nigga, right? Like, he goes, I don't know. Like, and this is the fucking problem, legitimately. Like, yo, when you're high or you're drunk, yo, what it's doing is it's masking the bullshit in your life. Real talk. And like, yo, if you became sober, you would no longer, like, yo, people become sober and they become assholes. No, it's just the fact that they stop motherfucking standing here like fixing they shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, or like they stop accepting bullshit in their fucking lives. Like, real talk. And that's what being sober does. You know what I mean? Because you have to take a long, hard look at your life in general and go, man, this shit is fucked up. I need to fix it. You know what I mean? And then like either A, you start fixing it, or B, you end up going to some psychiatrist and getting medication because you're like, I can't deal with this myself. You know what I mean? Because that's what most motherfuckers do nowadays because they weren't taught this shit when they were younger. Like, yo,
my anxiety from
weed
withdrawal.
Yeah, exactly. All that fucking dumbass bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Like, yo, get fucked with that nonsense.
No. Weed, fucking weed withdrawal is not a fucking thing.
Like, yo, it is. Like, yo, because, like, yo, you literally have to face life after motherfucking being high and motherfuckers turning to assholes. Right? And you're like, oh, man, like, that guy's an asshole when he's fucking sober.
Off of weed.
Like, yo, motherfuckers is like, he's an asshole when he's sober. Yeah, because his life sucks and he don't want to fucking deal with it. Like, yo, that's real shit.
I watched my ex-wife DT off of weed multiple times, and it's not fucking pretty, man.
Right.
I smoked a lot of fucking pot back in the day, man. That shit.
And I can hear it in your voice.
I don't believe you. You've smoked weed? That doesn't sound possible.
Like, yo, you're on Discord on YouTube on a channel with 14 niggas watching with a furry avatar. There's no way you got high. There's no fucking way. Like, yo. Like, yo, this nigga here, man. I swear to God.
Damn it, Golden, stop lying.
Like, yeah, yo, I smoked a fuck ton of weed when I was a kid. A metric fuck ton of weed. You know why? Because I hated my life. Yo, you know what happened when I stopped smoking? I fixed it. Yo.
Man, I still got my fucking paraphernalia because I ain't got the heart to get rid of it because it was a fucking huge part of my life. I'll show it to y'all one of these days. Like, I'll go on camera and show it to y'all.
Like, nigga, this is 2020, all right? This is the year where you need to get your shit together or you need to motherfucking start digging a hole for yourself for when the fucking time comes. Like, real shit. Man, listen. Like, it's 2020, nigga. You need to get your motherfucking shit together. Like, real talk. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why the fuck it is, like, you're fucking standing here, you know what I mean, looking at shit. Like, fucking, like, all right, so when you're sitting here and you're looking at your motherfucking life right now and you go, man, this is fucked up, this is fucked up, this is fucked up. And you start making steps to make it better instead of going, you know what, I'm just going to have a beer. You know what I mean? Because, like, that's, like, what a lot of motherfuckers do, you know? And, like, you're going to end up, like, just stuck in a position where you're just going to continue to have that fucking beer, continue to have that drink, continue to have that fucking blunt. And I mean, when you know your shit is fucked up, when you know you're stressed out, like, when you're stressed out is the last time you should be smoking or drinking.
Yeah, I know. It's an escapist attitude, and to a certain degree, it's a defeatist attitude.
Well, you see, and that's why for me, I set it up where, yeah, I keep beer in the fridge and shit, but I don't drink it unless I had a successful day at work. If I had a shit day at work, I don't fucking drink that.
Yo, I drink once a week. Maybe. That's a big maybe. Like, yo, I'll be real. Like, if I'm not around people who are drinking on a regular basis, and even then, like, fuck, man. Shit. Like, I had a drink on New Year's Eve. I had like 3 beers and a shot on New Year's Eve. And I'll be real. I'm trying to think here, man. Fucking, because I don't want to lie, because I know I did a hungover stream like fucking a couple weeks before that. But like usually, yo, it's like 3-4 weeks in between me drinking, dude. Like I just don't like nigga, I'm trying to grind. I want to make money, and like yo, the more you drink, the less capable you are of doing so. Nah, I mean,
See, and that's it, man. It's moderation in all things, no matter how you look.
yeah. You know, I mean that's real shit. Like fucking, you need, if you want to have your shit together and get your life together and do what you got to do for yourself, you need to fucking stand here and be on a level of where like, yo, look, if you want to have a decent life and you want your life to be okay, like yo, you need to stand here and motherfucking like be sober for a while and figure out how to live your life being sober. And by the way, Mad Dodge, the fact that you sold weed for 10 years. Yo, put you suspect in my eyes as far as drug deals. You need to be stepping up to cocaine after year 1. I'll be real. Like,
No, I never sold dope because I didn't want to go to prison. I wasn't stupid.
nah, that's not stupid. It's about money, nigga. Like, yo, fuck that. Like, weed.
I mean, hey, I put at least 5 strippers through college, bro. I was making money.
He said I put 5 strippers through college. Nigga, you was not only getting high and motherfucking selling the product, you also wasted your money at the goddamn strip club. Like, yo, this
Damn
nigga.
right. I was 21 years old. Damn right I wasted money at the strip club, bro.
I fucking tried slinging weed, man. I just ended up in debt to my guy because I fucking smoked up all the goddamn product.
Not me, man. Dude, I would just chill out. I'd sit at a spot. We called it the Orchard, right? I'd just sit there drinking a 40. They'd come to me all day long. Revolving door, homie. And they would come to me with $5, dude. And that's what I loved. Yeah, 0.3. I'll sell 5 sacks all day long, dude. I don't give a fuck, right?
I was not motivated to sell the shit, man. I had all this weed, and I'm like, fuck, dude, fuck.
Yeah, no, dude, $420 an ounce. $420 an ounce. I'm paying $180. Dude, I'm making money hand over fist, man. And I'm just chilling, drinking.
Golden,
just hang it out.
You just proved Tom Pinoid's point, though. Because you're sitting there saying, I could have sold all this shit, but I decided to sit around and smoke it instead because fuck it all. And that's exactly what
Not me. I didn't smoke it. That's what I'm saying. He said
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Golden.
Yeah, Bonnie got a problem with motivation. You know what I'm saying? Bonnie got a problem with motivation. Like, and we're trying to get him fixed and get him squared up because we love Golden Bonnie and he's a cool dude and I like hanging out with him. You know what I mean? But like the motherfucker most definitely got a problem with goddamn motivation when it comes down to it. You know, but like it is what it is. All right, but yo, look, so like, yeah, like there's something else I wanted to discuss here, right? Because I put Brady and Belichick on the motherfucking front of this bitch.
Oh man, and now I am completely out of my fucking depth here. And y'all gonna laugh because I'm kind of a Cincinnati fan. So
well, that's cool. Well, like, you know what I mean? What up?
Well, but the Titans kicked their asses tonight. The motherfucking Tennessee Titans.
Last night they whooped that ass. Yeah. But okay, so
I'm waiting on the Niners.
Niners is next week, nigga, next week. We'll see who the fuck we're playing, you know what I mean, tonight. But yeah, so, all right, what did I want to, oh yeah, fucking, so there's a conspiracy theory about this, right? And I wanted to bring up the conspiracy theory. So, 3 years ago when fucking when fucking Belichick said, all right, we're going to build this team for the future. I want to get rid of Brady and keep Jimmy Garoppolo and, make him my fucking starting quarterback for the rest of the, rest of the time being or whatever, because he was ready to do it. The Kraft said, no, you need to trade fucking Jimmy Garoppolo. So not only did Belichick give away Jimmy Garoppolo for a second round fucking draft pick, right? Like the most surefire quarterback in the NFL for a second round fucking draft pick to the Niners. He also gave out their fucking running back to the motherfucking Indianapolis Colts. And then the rest of the motherfucking season, he stood there and did, okay. They made it to the Super Bowl and they lost to the Eagles. And right before the game started, he told their number one defensive linebacker that the motherfucker was not playing in the goddamn game. And then he just didn't coach Brady the entire fucking game and they lost the fucking Super Bowl to the Philadelphia Eagles. Right? And now, the year after that, they ended up not standing here fucking drafting a fucking quarterback. And they didn't get any wide receivers. They didn't get anybody to fucking help Brady. And now they're standing here. They just got eliminated. And I'm betting money that Belichick's leaving this year and is going to lead the team with a 42-year-old fucking quarterback and no chances of fucking ever being a decent motherfucking team again. They're going to be 3 and fucking 13 the rest of the motherfucking decade.
I don't think so. I do agree with you. I think Belichick is done. I think he's gonna opt out. He might just retire and just be done. He's getting old, man. But there's no reason why they can't do a Niner turnaround, dude. Remember when our team was shit? I remember the dead decade, bro. Come on. I know you do.
Yeah.
We don't like to talk about it.
It's called rebuilding, all right? That's what happened. We had to be rebuilding, But, we had a dynasty for a while, And then, like, fucking all the players got old and left after, like, 2001. And then we started from the ground up again with Jeff Garcia. And, he was actually a good quarterback, but he ended up getting into it with Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens may have called him a faggot in San Francisco, which is fucking hilarious. He got dropped by the fucking team. And Jeff Garcia left the fucking team. Then Terrell Owens left the fucking team. They still had, and then Frank Gore got drafted 2005. We ended up fucking getting what's his name? Fucking Mike Singletary, I think in 2008, 2009. And we picked up all those good players and built the defense up.
Can you believe they chose Alex over fucking Aaron Rodgers? Are you kidding me right now?
Yo,
looking back at it, like son of a bitch.
He came from a better school. You know what I'm saying? He came from a better school and shit. He was he came out of USC. He was supposed to be like a fucking, and USC makes garbage quarterbacks. Fucking not only did he come out of there, but fucking that piece of shit for the fucking Jets, Mark Sanchez, also came the fuck out of there. But I wanted to get into this fucking Belichick motherfucking Tom Brady thing because I think it's fucking interesting how, like, the Kraft sat there and said, like, no, we're going to keep our son Tom Brady and you're going to motherfucking get rid of Jimmy fucking Garoppolo. Like, and then Belichick stood there and sought fucking revenge, and I think he's going to lead the team fucked forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're not going to get another fucking coach like Bill Belichick. And should be back up in a minute. There we go. Yep, we're back in. Fucking be dropping and shit. It's fucking dumb. I don't know. But anyway, right. Yeah. So, yeah, they ended up standing here fucking, trying to, they're going to end up having to rebuild that whole team from the ground up because that whole offense is fucking garbage. Matt Dodge. Golden?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. I just want to make sure motherfuckers was there, like somebody was there. Yeah, we're fucking back online.
Oh, yeah, no. But here's the thing, man. Okay, what would they need to do then? What did the Niners do? The Niners sat back and went, "Hey, look, we're gonna plus up our defense, and then we're gonna hope that we luck out on a quarterback," which the Niners did. Well, that doesn't always happen, though.
Yeah, but the Niners already had tools in place, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Niners had a good receiving core. They had good tight ends. They had good fucking running backs. Like, nigga, every year the Niners have, like, 5 fucking running backs on a fucking roster.
Pro Bowlers, yeah, every year. You're right.
Like,
Even in our bad years, dude, every year at least 5 guys are headed to the Pro Bowl. That's how it is.
And we're willing to pay them. You know what I'm saying? Legit. Like, and that's the other half. Is like fucking teams like the goddamn Chargers and shit. Like, they're not willing to pay the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? When it comes down to, like, yo, the Chargers, like, yo, they hate running backs. Hate running backs. Like, yo, they had LaDainian Tomlinson, right? And they're like, now we're not going to pay you. Fuck you. Get out of here. Right? And then they have motherfucking Darren Sproles. We're not going to pay you. Fuck you. Right? Like, yo, them motherfuckers hate running backs. Like, yo, the Niners, we pay our running backs. Right? But, like, yo, New England, yo, bruh, they don't keep players long other than white wide receivers that they fucking constantly draft. Guys like Danny Amendola and Wes Welker and fucking who's the new dude that they have? Fucking little short white kid. What's the fuck his name? Anybody?
I'm not sure when it comes to the Patriots roster.
I forget his fucking name. Like he's big time and shit, but like, you know, that and guys like fucking Gronk, like they'll pay them forever. Like, and that is the whitest team in football, by the way.
Well, no, when you're looking at white players, when it comes to the only team I really know is the Niners. So I'll look at them. You're looking at the quarterback, you're looking at the fullback and some tight ends that are usually the white guys, and then the defensive line, right? You got the big boys up front. They're usually white.
Well, not like, yo, we had Vernon Davis for years though.
True, but what you do get from the West Coast, though, what you get from the Niners is the fullback and the tight end are receivers. And you don't get that from the East Coast teams. I don't know why. They just don't do it.
Well, they eliminated the fullback for the most part in general in the motherfucking East Coast teams, unless you're running out of the I formation. You know what I mean? Like, the fullback's usually just there to block. Like, as far as shit's concerned, he don't even really carry the ball anymore. But the Niners have reinvigorated that, you know what I mean, as far as fullbacks are concerned. Like, they got that fucking monster motherfucker to just be out there getting it done, that Bull Kittle.
Like, I know, dude. He's a beast, man. Like, homeboy, dude.
Yeah, Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman.
The Niners this year, bro.
Yeah, Julian Edelman's who the fuck I was talking about for the fucking Patriots. Yeah. Like, yeah, they always have those white wide receivers, and I understand why they do it, because the white boys know how to run those fucking routes and shit. You know what I mean? Like, fucking they really fucking get down and dirty when it comes to learning their motherfucking position, learning their routes, and learning the timing and things of this nature. You know what I mean? And that's why guys like Jerry Rice were so fucking good, because that motherfucker just ran the perfect route every fucking time. You know what I mean?
Well, it was also simple. It was the West Coast offense. It's 1, 2, 3, throw. So you're only doing a check down on your top 2 receivers. You're not even looking at 3 or 4. And you switch them up. Obviously, 3 and 4 will be 1 and 2 next play. You know what I mean? But it's 1, 2, 3, throw. That's it. And it's all timing, and it's all instinct.
Yeah. And I don't care if anybody's watching this. I just like talking football. You know, like, everybody else hates sports ball around here. Like, a bunch of fucking nerds and shit be aggravating the fuck out of me. I like fucking sports. Like, yo.
If it's boxing or MMA, I'm not I don't keep up.
Like, I keep up with. I've been keeping up with boxing more recently than I have. You know what I mean? In the past, just because like fucking boxing was trash for a while. Like, I have always like been keeping up with the lightweights and the middleweight division and shit, but the heavyweights been kind of interesting. When like fucking real recently when Andy Ruiz knocked out fucking Anthony Joshua, and Ruiz was like a 2-week fucking replacement. Like, fucking he had like the Rocky story down pat. He was a fat fucking Mexican fuck, and he ended up coming in and knocking out the goddamn world champion and stealing the belts from him and shit. Like, yo, it was beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What? What, man? What, Neffel?
Nothing, man. I was trying to think if there was basically a boxing system that didn't use points. Instead, the fighting was settled with a technical knockout.
That was a technical knockout.
Of a specific type of boxing matches where I know there's...
You talking about like fucking where motherfuckers go till they drop? Nah, like, dude, you don't want to like you can't be like actually like legitimately like not having an end to the fucking fight. You know what I mean? Because somebody's gonna die. Like, and like not only that, but now with the advent of having ex-boxers as sports commentators ever since like Ali's era, like you have guys like Holyfield who come up and they talk and he's like, I was baking cookies. Well, you know, he's a good technical boxer, but brownies are really good, you know. And like you're just like, man, listen, dude, like you took way too many punches to the head, nigga. Like, yo, this is legit. Yo, you should have ducked and weeds a little bit more, man. You got way too fucked up playing the motherfucker boxing and shit. Real talk. Like, yo. And nobody wants to see that. You know what I mean? Like, nobody. That's like them fucking old steel curtain motherfuckers that show up and they just start talking about some crazy ass nonsense on stage. And they're like, yo, we got to stop letting these old motherfuckers talk because, like, they're fucking batshit ass crazy. You know what I mean?
So Pinoid, you were talking about Belichick and how he might leave the Patriots just hanging. That kind of got me thinking. What's the name of the guy that coached for the Steelers back in the day, right? Didn't he leave the Steelers pretty much hanging?
Well, which one? Bill Cowher?
Yeah, him, yeah.
Yeah, but I think he had like a family thing he had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody in his family ended up like catching cancer or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, but the Steelers had that defense that was just the shit. And then he left, and then all of their contracts came up, and they all left, right? And the whole team fell apart.
Well, the same thing happened with fucking Jim Harbaugh in the Niners. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking like, you know, Mike Singletary and Harbaugh built that shit up, and then they fired Harbaugh, and the whole team fell to shit for like 3 or 4 years until we just came back here recently. You know what I mean? God damn it, nigga. You can't be motherfucking staying silent when I finish with saying what the fuck I'm saying, nigga. Like, yo, you gotta keep talking. Like, we gotta go back and forth because, like, we are still live on this motherfucker. We ain't just sitting here having a goddamn conversation. Mad Dodge!
Oh, no, I'm still here. My son was screaming. I was muted. That way you didn't have to hear that. But no, Harbaugh and the Niners. Dude, what the Niners did to Harbaugh was a goddamn travesty. And Harbaugh was great for the Niners franchise. And I wish he was still the coach.
Yo, I agree with you.
Sorry, I had to kill Discord real quick. Sorry about that.
Like, yeah, fucking, like, what happened with Harbaugh and the Niners was fucking terrible. You know what I mean?
Holy shit, man. Nick Fuentes blocked me on Twitter.
Nick Fuentes blocked you. Yo, look, man. Yeah, that's your people, too. You one of them Zoomer niggas and shit.
He's like, I mean, I said a tweet that says, oh, holy shit, he's actually 5'2"? God damn it, I'm Hispanic and I'm 5'10". You need to eat more dark greens, man. And all of a sudden he blocked me because I really fun of his height.
Yo, did you see what happened between him and Ben Shapiro and shit?
I heard about it.
Yo, Mad Dodge.
It's not Shapiro. I think it's
no, it was Shapiro.
Somebody else. No, but Think Spot. I got in on the fucking beta testing for that. So, did you get in on that or no?
I'm doing podcasts now. You know what I mean? Fucking like I'm ripping down my YouTube shit or like recording stuff and then putting it up as an audio podcast. You know what I mean? I'm on Spotify and Apple Play Music and Google Play Music.
Me and you need to talk after this show. I want to know how to do that.
Yeah, Anchor. Right. You go to Anchor, nigga, and I'll show you. I'll give you the website link and shit. You know what I mean? Fucking like.
Yeah. No, let's talk about that after the show, bro. Yeah. I need in on that shit.
Yeah, they pay you per view too. Like I've already made like fucking $1 or $2 or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just doing me. You know what I mean? Like I haven't really been advertising it all like that. You know what I mean? Fucking like I'm gonna start advertising it here soon now that I got a new rig and I can get that shit done. But fucking Ben Shapiro and motherfucking Nick Fuentes. So Nick Fuentes went to I think it was a TPUSA event, fucking where Ben Shapiro was at and giving a fucking speech or whatever, like a Turning Point USA. And Nick Fuentes, he got kicked the fuck out of the goddamn event just to begin with, right? Like the fucking Turning Point conservatives kicked Nick Fuentes the fuck out. And then he stood here and fucking you're blocked. He's a bitch, right? But fucking like yeah, so he ended up standing here fucking having Ben Shapiro walked across the street in front of him. And like he was like, yo Ben, because like they had some beef, and Ben Shapiro did like a 45-minute speech about him or some shit. And he's like, yo Ben, man, why the fuck won't you fucking talk to me, man? Why can't we stand here and have a conversation? He didn't curse like I do, but like, you know, he did his thing. And Ben Shapiro literally picked up his kid and put him between him and motherfucking goddamn Nick Fuentes, and ran the fuck away from Nick with his fucking wife in tow and shit.
Oh. Apparently, Nick Fuentes was in a 10-hour stream with a cross-dresser, and it kind of showed how much of a major fag he is.
Who?
Nick Fuentes. Yeah, he got in a 10-hour stream with a cross-dresser. And everyone in the making fun of him.
Well, I know with World War III probably about to kick off that this is the least of our issues. But when it comes to YouTube and alt media, where do you think it's actually going to lead to, Pinoid? Do you think we actually stand a fighting chance, or are we
on YouTube
taken out by Fox News?
We don't stand a chance on YouTube.
Man.
Right, we're not like in a year we're not going to be on YouTube anymore. Like fucking because all right, so what we do is YouTube radio, right? That's what we do, right? We're doing podcasts, like that's what we do. You know what I mean? Like fucking we're not like I create content, which actual videos, you know what I mean, and fucking clips and editing and all that shit. I do that. You know what I mean? I'm one of the very few people in this community who even actually really does that at all. Right?
I have people create content for me, but you're right.
Oh, yeah. I hear a tiny angry hero.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Right? I'm like, yo,
you're right. I do podcasts pretty much. I do radio.
Yeah. So, and YouTube does not want to do fucking podcast and radio. You know what I mean? That's not what they want to do. They want to do fucking video clips. You know what I mean? That's what they want. They want clips of people fucking, hey, William Savage, what up, man? Right? They want clips of people who are going to stand here and fucking, like, you know what I mean, make real fucking content. You know what I mean? They put that shit out here recently. Or they stood here and they fucking, they were like, we want, you know what I mean, people who do visual stuff, you know what I mean, and like have like visual design so we can, you know what I mean, do more of our VR type of shit and all them type of things. And that's the stuff that they really want to grow. And that's why like the news is going to make a come up. You know what I mean?
How ain't this real content?
This isn't real. Well, fucking what's going on with YouTube? Fucking, right. They want real content, like the shit that I make. You know what I mean? Like the videos that I make, like they don't want that conservative leaning shit, but they want actual.
Well, it seems like
what up?
Oh, I was going to say, it seems like YouTube is trying to basically go mainstream. Like they want all like the main big corporations and media to dominate the platform.
That is true, but I would push back against you a little bit, Pinoid. Real content. Rush Limbaugh has made a living on the radio. Howard Stern made a living on the radio. Glenn Beck made a living on the radio. We are making a living on the radio, which is YouTube now.
No,
that is the new radio.
YouTube, man. No. I ain't making shit on this.
YouTube.
I'm making a little bit of money. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm making a little bit of
I fatten his pockets and shit. But like, yo, fucking like this is YouTube radio. They don't want to do podcasts. Right?
Yeah, this ain't ever gonna pay a living wage.
No, that's not the fucking point. Like, stop it. Just shut up. That's the fucking point. All right. What I'm talking about with real content is like niggas who are like putting. I was watching a video today where a guy put a GoPro in a lathe and spun it at 1,800 RPMs. Right? That's real content. You know what I'm saying? Right?
I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounds really cool.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Guys like the fucking hydraulic press channel, you know what I mean?
Those guys are awesome.
Yeah,
and then there's the channels where these guys made an actual lightsaber. It's like a proto saber.
Yeah.
Like uses like thousands of volts to like create a bright burning blade that can burn through.
That's what they want on YouTube.
Okay, that's cool. But what's wrong with talking about real life politics? We were talking about Iran. We
Talking
hit
is
upon
the
football.
problem. This is a visual platform. They want visual
See,
media
and that's the
only.
other thing. YouTube doesn't want it to be just because of the fact that if it was, but people like Tom Pinoy are getting real information out there, and they're trying to suppress it, which is one of the other things that's going.
Well, the point is because YouTube also has been pressured by the mainstream media to censor things. So, they want the mainstream media to have the narrative control. That's why they're taking down all these podcasts.
Well, like
no, and I will say this. I have made a pivot towards tabletop RPGs, right? We're playing Vampire the Masquerade, and we're doing that as a live stream.
nerd,
whatever, laugh all you want. That is monetized every time, green the whole time. I do a stream about World War One, it goes yellow immediately. I do a stream about politics, it goes red. You see what they're trying to turn me towards, right?
Again, they want actual content. They don't want to do radio. They don't want to be politics radio. They don't want to be podcast. Like, they want people who, are out here doing like fucking actual shit. You know what I mean? Like, they want real stuff that they can fucking stand here and use like the VR headsets for, and have people watch and get addicted. Like, nigga, I'll fall into a YouTube hole and watch 7 hours in a fucking row of fucking the shredding channel and shit, where people are just throwing shit inside of fucking metal shredders.
Yeah, that shit's pretty cool too, dude.
Yeah, or like
I like watching a car go through the fucking shredder. That's pretty satisfying.
Yeah, I also like that channel. Is it a good idea to microwave this? Where they microwave?
Oh my god, the microwave show, dude! That has been gone for so long. Somebody needs to reboot that.
Dude, another good one is How Ridiculous, where they throw stuff off of a 100-foot tower just to see what happens.
Yeah, this is again. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is the stuff that they want. They want, and like, I'll watch a video where like a nigga stands here and like, I don't even golf, and like, he's fucking testing out golf clubs, right? Like, this is actual content that they want. They don't want podcasts on YouTube, right? Legitimately. Right. So like, that's why I'm moving towards what they want. And I'll put my videos up on here, my little 10-minute joints about, politics and whatever the fuck nonsense and news that's going on. Right. And where I have real content, real video, all this type of stuff. And like that stuff, for the most part, it's monetizable. It's fucking visual. It's the stuff that YouTube actually wants on their platform. They don't like the conservative stance, but they'll fucking stand here and have a conversation about it. And that's why I caught 6 strikes over the fucking summer, nigga. You know what I mean? And like, I only got my live streaming privileges revoked once. You know what I mean? Like, legitimately, like, they don't want podcasts, like, at all. They don't want that on their fucking platform. Legitimately.
Pre-September 2007 YouTube was the best. You guys remember that?
Yeah, I used to watch.
Do you know a reason why it was the best?
Because it was tiny and it was a Wild West,
and there was no copyright. Because I remember when YouTube first came out, I watched all the Friday 13th films, all the Nightmare on Elm Street films. They were all uploaded onto YouTube and stuff because they didn't care about copyright yet. So you had everything on YouTube. I watched anime on YouTube. It was like the go-to platform to watch a bunch of stuff for free.
Right, but like I used to watch Storm Clouds Gathering and says fuck a lot. Right, those are my 2 favorite channels when I was back like 2007, 2008.
Me and my friends ran into Angry Video Game Nerd. He was like the first big YouTuber I ever followed.
Yeah, like Says Fuck a Lot only had 2,000 subscribers. I don't know how he got recommended to me. I still watch his videos. So they're fucking awesome.
Well, the great thing about Angry Video Game Nerd was mainly just due to the fact that he had a lot of good production value. Like, he had a lot of entertainment to his videos than just like cursing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. James is entertaining as fuck.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. This is what they want. They want people who are gonna make actual content. Right. They don't want us.
Well, it kind of makes sense to some extent because like YouTube doesn't make Google money. Like, they're actually like running it at a loss because of all the amount of data that's required to stream all these videos.
Yeah, running the servers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably why they passed, because the new law currently is if your channel isn't bankable, they will delete it or something like that. Isn't that the new terms of service?
Something like that.
If you're not economically viable, you can get fucking shit canned.
Yeah, which is why you got to watch your revenue stream. If it hits 0, they're probably going to kick you.
Yo, Bob Money, what up, man? Yo, a nigga just walked into the chat with a San Fran motherfucking joint. Welcome, my brother. Welcome. Have a goddamn wrench. It's nice to see you out here.
But no, that's kind of where YouTube's sitting. Where if you don't have the membership option, you're not a fucking partner. They're just gonna kick your ass out. They're done.
They haven't taken me down yet. So
the weird thing is that people are kind of deciding, is this because they're worried about the money, or is it because they're actually really trying to censor people? Because there's this whole discussion, what is the
shit, right? And they stood here and they said, oh, fucking because he violated terms of service on YouTube's platform. Right. And I come to find out, that's the reason why, PayPal gets rid of people, because their rule is if you violate the fucking thing on somebody else's platform, you can get kicked out of PayPal and not be able to use it anymore. Right. And that's really what the situation is. And I called and talked to their fucking customer service reps and asked them questions about this and posted the fucking conversation up on motherfucking YouTube. And I recorded it and put it up on fucking YouTube and shit. People are not doing the research into what's going on. And the reason why YouTube doesn't want these podcasts is because an hour and a half, 2 hour fucking podcast eats up massive amounts of motherfucking storage data, right? For something that you should be doing on a fucking podcasting site.
Yeah, the thing is, people are using YouTube because of the traffic it gets. It's the same thing, people aren't gravitating too much towards BitChute because it's not as big as.
Yeah, well, not only that, BitChute don't have live streaming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that too.
Well, that's the thing is, podcast websites are very niche. People join specific podcasts because they're following that person. It's not something that you're going to get a bunch of random people stumbling across to listen into.
As I said, I'm on Anchor, fucking Spotify, and Google Play Music right now, right? You can find my shit over there as well as being here, because I'm trying to move platforms and do what they want me to do. You know what I mean? But the bitches is getting the word out about how people can find that, and getting people to go over there and actually watch it and listen to it is a tough thing, legitimately.
Nowadays, you have to know the right people and build a following. And it's kind of like that skit from Steven Crowder he did a year or two ago, where it's he says going out onto the open web, that is internet suicide and stuff, because it's the open web and stuff, compared to just working off of YouTube, where you have a lot more people that can tune into your video.
What I want to do is, I'm going to use some of the people who I know who are much bigger than I am, right? Fucking Turtling and Monkey, DDJ, fucking Sinatra, Gutenberg, Gasly, AP, and I'm going to record shit with them, and I'm going to drag them over to that fucking website with me. You know what I mean?
You're going to drag DDJ over there?
Yeah, I'm not gonna drag him with me, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fucking grab him.
After what you did people. To TFM?
Well, no, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do fucking recording with them, and then I'm gonna fucking put it up over there on the podcast and try to use their audience to get them over here. You know what I'm saying? Get them over on this podcasting site so that it becomes more viable.
Yeah, but if he doesn't like it, he's gonna accuse you of doxing again.
Well, here's the thing, with DDJ and shit, even while that shit was going on, did you watch my videos while that was going on? Did you watch my shit when that fucking shit happened?
I saw a bit of it, and then people told me TFM made a video, so I went over to that and stuff to see what was going on.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I made 2 videos against DDJ when that shit happened.
Yeah, DDJ made 5 videos apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got so sick.
Yeah, but DDJ's been dragging a lot of big names. That guy who yells all the time. What the fuck's that dude's name? The military dude. Fucking, he's like a MGTOW guy.
I thought DJ was kind of POA now because apparently, like,
talking about Terrence Pop.
Yeah, he had Terrence Pop on, fucking the Redman group, all this type of shit.
I thought DDJ was actually quote unquote fighting the good fight within the court system at this point.
Yeah, he's fucking. He took Google to court and shit.
If I may, guys, it's been a pleasure, but I am being summoned back to my server for some reason.
Okay,
yeah.
Do your thing. I don't care, nigga. Go do your thing. I'll let you man later.
Be safe, brother furry.
Thank you. I think.
And don't drink too much, man.
RP Blurred. What up, man? Right.
Anyway.
Anyway.
They never called me a spick.
Arcadia, Occult, Curio Shop, Autumn Storm, HP.
Awesome.
What up?
Yo, what up, man?
How the fuck you doing? You know what I mean? It's nice to see you out here.
No. But Tom, you bring up a good point, because that's the thing. Why do a lot of folks go to YouTube? Isn't necessarily because they're sending all these videos. A lot of stuff, like you said, is in straight up audio form, which I think Google will adapt for at some point within YouTube, hopefully.
No.
But, no, you break. Well, maybe they will, but the thing is, it is literally, it's like the stock market, dude. Like, this is where the vast majority of video content is and where the open market is.
Yeah. I mean, and that the problem is, like, the audience is over here. And again, like, yo, if you want to move and go to a different fucking site, you want to do what they want you to do, you're going to have to build it. You know what I mean? Like, and like, fuck it, I'll build it. I don't give a shit. Same as I always fucking do, right? You know what I mean? Like, yo, YouTube has helped me zero with getting my fucking name out there to people. None at all. You know who helped me? Fucking my contacts that I fucking built, my shilling, my grinding, my hustle. I have made it on YouTube. You know what I mean? In spite of fucking YouTube. So like, I'll do the same thing on fucking these other fucking podcasting sites. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's the thing, dude. No, you built a following and stuff, dude. I see you all around and everything. So it's like, dude, it is a grind and stuff, and you have been monetized, and it was taken away, and apparently you've gotten me into following a somewhat YouTube famous mariachi band.
If we all publish books, we could also get a big following. It just takes longer, and you have to know how to write and stuff.
Well, like, yeah, I can write, but that's not the point.
Well, I'm just saying, because like the one thing you notice about books, like when you can publish books, very rarely do they get censored and stuff, unless it's something like, unless you have a lot of like traction where people like know you, kind of like with Rushby where he got censored. But most of the time, they won't censor your books if you.
Well, that's the thing, dude. As soon as you start censoring books and then proverbially digitally burning them, I think we should be wary.
You know, I can see it now. Tom P. writing a book called The Way of the Gorilla.
The white trash, no state.
Maybe the gorilla guide your way.
But I mean, when you have the following and stuff, and you're able to get a book out and shill and stuff, you know, that can bring in a lot of it, like new people, and it can be spread around, and it's less likely to get censored compared to a YouTube video that takes off and then gets taken down because, you know, terms of.
Well, here's the thing. Like, for instance, AOCSASH, right? Fucking, like, they say they're writing 3 books right now. And, like, here's the thing. Like, number one, y'all need to let me know that you're doing this stuff, because I will more than willingly fucking promote you. You know what I mean? Like, all together. And we all need to be doing this for each other constantly. Because, like, if we want this word out here and we want to fucking, you know what I mean, have, like, our people built up and have a chance to fight against the powers that be, we're going to have to grind and do it ourselves. Like, nobody's going to fucking help us. And we're going to have to help each other. Like, we're going to have to, like, that sounds kind of communistic, but on the same point, like, that's what we need to do. And that's why, like, and I mean, I bring people onto my channel, and I don't care, like, what your fucking blood feud is, like, as far as, like, you know, he's like, oh, DDJ, like, I don't fucking care. Is it going to help the movement as a whole? You know what I mean? Is it going to help getting the fucking word out there? Yes. Like, yo, so yeah, I'm gonna fucking record with whoever, as long as they bring a fucking following over there. And on top of me doing it, gaming's over there. Fucking Mad Dodge is going to fuck over there. You know what I mean? Like, yo, so it's not just me that I'm fucking helping. Like, this is everybody who You know what I mean? When push comes to shove, we have backup shit. We have things going on. We can build our brand, you know what I mean? And do the things that we want to do. You know what I mean? And Mad Dot's like, he has 12 people over in his fucking camp who use his fucking channel on a regular basis. You know, and like a bunch of them are economics guys who I love and I got fucking a lot of respect for. And if I can stand here and get anybody over and like have a conversation with them and use it to build, you know what I mean, the fucking podcast site, maybe the podcast site will go, holy shit, this dude's over here bringing in traffic, and they'll start pushing me and helping me the fuck out and promoting my stuff. And that'll help in general too. So this is all a grind, and we got to get to where we need to be at. You know what I mean? And this is what we need to do to fight this fucking battle and fight this fucking war. And, you know what I mean, win hearts and minds. Like, that's why I help everybody all the fucking time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, dude, it's grinding it out. It's literally like playing a game or something. It's almost like we have like a guild, or some may say a community of some sort.
Well, it's not only that though. Like, okay, so I got some stuff going on behind the scenes where I'm talking to some people, and maybe a group might be forming where we all use a general channel together and we put out entertainment. And that's kind of what YouTube wants. So we're trying to cater to what YouTube wants and also benefit ourselves.
Yo, YouTube, yo, look, here's the thing, man. It takes one video to get fucking your whole channel taken down off of YouTube. So what the fuck's the point in that shit? You know what I mean?
It gets one video to get your channel nuked. It gets one video to get your channel noticed. I mean, it goes both ways. You live by the sword, you die by it, right?
I feel you, but like, I'm not gonna stand here and have these motherfuckers like smashing my shit. You know what I mean? Like, I have one other person who can use my channel. You know what I'm saying? And like, they still don't do it. You know, fucking, so like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna have other people being able to use my fucking channel and get it nuked. You know what I mean? Like, cause you never know when they're gonna piss, and it's not even about YouTube. They're gonna piss one person off and they're gonna report it, and it's gonna end up getting a whole fucking channel banged and burned, and you're gonna lose your monetization. And then all 12 of y'all are the fuck out. It's better off if we go the way I'm talking about going, where we fucking like, yo, we legitimately build up another fucking area where we can get paid per view. You know what I mean?
So, you know, Tom, you bring up a big point there, and I'm sorry I cut Barracuda off. But my big thing right here is just what you're saying is there are a lot of like other competitors starting to come up. So just even look at the whole things from, what was that Twitter thing, the Vine, the little Vine folks. All of a sudden, Vine, even when that got yanked, there were a lot of folks that kind of started to make it big over there, got a name, they hopped over here, their audiences followed them, and then they continued to build over there. There are a lot of folks that are highly successful YouTubers now that started like that, dude. No, you have a great point.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, when it really comes down to it, we need to motherfucking stand here and, you know what I mean, get people on other fucking platforms, you know, and like, I don't like BitChute. I'll be honest with you. I don't like it as a platform. I think it's garbage. I think it's clunky. It fucking, I get views over there. I get like 68 or 100 views of fucking videos. Some of them I get 1,000 depending on which video it is. But like, I don't like it. Like, as a platform, I think it's junk. I don't like their uploading shit. I don't like their processing shit. Like, I've had fucking videos over there that takes 8 days to process. And it was a 10-minute video.
They're also running on a $15,000 to $30,000 a month budget versus YouTube, which has never made any money.
Yeah. Like, they're fucking BitChute is trash. You know what I mean? They need to bring in fucking advertisers and, you know what I mean, like, stop being communistic and acting like they can just fucking be a fucking platform of what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, they need to be economically fucking viable and, you know, fucking build some shit that's proper. You know, like, their apps junk.
The only advertisers that would probably happily finance a platform like BitChute would be companies like the Dollhouse.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But fuck, like, yo, like, I got you. And I had Phil over here the other day. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, like, I was just talking to him and shit. Like, he's running into problems.
The problem is, it's like, all right, we're building a platform. All right, who's your competition? Google.
Like, he's running into problems where fucking England's trying to throw him the fuck out of the country and shit. Yo, why the fuck is my shit not fucking picking up? God damn it! Like, yeah, he's getting kicked out of England. He's having to come to fucking America. The fuck, stupid goddamn fucking thing.
Wait, they're booting him out of his country?
Yeah.
For what?
Because like fucking, they don't want him selling dolls over there.
Is he committing a crime?
He's committing a social crime. Like, yo, because England doesn't have any more. Yeah, I know it does. I know it keeps cutting the fuck out.
Wait, are vibrators from Hitachi still sold in the UK?
Hang on a minute. Fucking filter.
Because, I mean, if you're going to have a ban on, like, sex toys, then you're going to have to ban all sex toys, right? Because otherwise that'd be sexist.
Mic check. Is that better, man? Because I feel like my shit keeps cutting the fuck out, and I don't fucking know why.
So I had to step away for a second. Like, what are you guys talking about? Sex toy?
Fucking the dollhouse advertising for whatchamacallit.
What, it got banned?
He's getting excommunicated.
Yeah.
Excommunicated from what?
His country.
What country is he from?
England.
UK.
So, like, the UK has, like, a ban on sex dolls now?
That's what we're trying to deduce. That's why I asked Tom. I'm like, are they banning vibrators from a big company like Hitachi as well? Because if it's a sex toy ban, then you got to be fair. Otherwise, you're.
Well, no. Wait. The problem is that England isn't having.
Didn't the UK ban porn though? Because isn't that like been a thing? The UK has been like heavily restricting porn right now.
They're not having any kids being born. Is the issue? Mic check. Why the fuck is my shit cutting the fuck out? All right. Should be good. Yeah, like they're having
rife with porn, so it's like, well,
they're having a problem. They're not having any kids, so they don't want dudes to be able to have an outlet other than fucking pussy.
But aren't they having more kids now because they import so many Muslims?
No, like because like the moment
dealing with the population replacement, not population boost.
Yeah, but I thought technically by that logic, their birth rates are going up because of the population replacement.
Yeah, but since they're all refugees and shit, they're not. They don't actually hold citizenship status, so I don't think they count it.
I thought they just gave them all citizenship since UK is very like open borders, kind of like that.
They were talking about allowing certain folks to vote that maybe weren't citizens, but I'm like, okay, so what's the point of being a citizen then?
All right. That should be better. Fucking, I turned off the automatic joint. Anyway, right? Yeah. So like now the problem is that they're not having enough fucking kids, right? Even with the Muslims, because the moment the Muslims become westernized, they end up standing here not having fucking kids too.
Yeah, I know that. But since there's like no-go zones, the westernization is taking longer for them because
they're still being educated in Western schools.
I thought V went to one of those quote-unquote no-go zones, and he just went around, and as long as you aren't being an asshole to people, you was fine.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it is in the hood too. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the same with any neighborhood.
The no-go zones is about fucking the police. It's not about regular citizens.
It depends. If you bring camera there, they will try to fuck with you in a lot of these.
You mean if you stick a camera in someone's face, they might not take kindly to it?
Yeah. Again, like that's about being an asshole, right?
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
They weren't sticking the camera in people's faces. They were just pointing cameras, and then they got fucked with.
Yeah, like you don't belong there, and you don't belong there, and you're recording what people are fucking doing inside of the neighborhood. You're gonna get fucked with.
Yeah, but technically they're the ones who immigrated, so it's not really their neighborhood.
Yeah. Try telling that to anybody that's living somewhere.
Yeah, it's your neighborhood if you fucking live there. Like, if you live there, it's your neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, that's how that shit operates. You know what I mean? The country welcomed them openly with open arms and gave them free shit and a place to live and the whole nine. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where the situation really runs down to. So
yeah, I mean, I guess I'm kind of all trash in that sense, but no, I just kind of think, the native-born Brits kind of have a right to that place.
The native-born Brits have a right to shit because they elect the government that allowed open fucking borders.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Like, you stood here and you allowed this shit to fucking happen. You know what I mean? So you can't bitch.
Well, technically, given how the UK government works differently from ours, I mean, you could basically have an undemocratic corruption happen and the voters weren't really expecting that.
Well, and theoretically, because it's a parliament, they could hold a plebiscite to decide what they wanted to do with it, but that's not going to happen either. So, I mean, 6 and 1, half a dozen.
Well, let's have this conversation real quick, right? Like, because I think it's important to understand the reasons why government does what it does, right? Like, all right, so the government is responsible for the basics of a government is responsible for making sure you have safety and setting a market in your fucking in your country, right? Like, it's there to make sure that other countries don't invade you, you know what I mean, to make sure that you're all safe, and to make sure that fucking what y'all are doing, you know what I mean, to be able to make money is something that everybody's okay with. That's the basics of every fucking government. And then after that, you get roads and bridges and fucking, you know what I mean, fire companies and ambulances and hospitals and all these type of things that come with it. Now, and all this is paid for through taxes. So when you stand here and you tell them that we want free shit, and we want fucking social fucking programs, and we want housing, and we want healthcare, and we want fucking, you know what I mean, goddamn welfare and all the shit that comes with it, right? That means that you're going to have to pay for that. So the government, therefore, that you elected and you asked for this free shit from, all right, can't have a way to pay for it short of bringing more people in if you stop having fucking children.
Oh yeah, I mean, I understand that detail. It's just, I'm just
understand. We're talking to everybody, not just you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta have a conversation with everybody that's watching. Everybody that's gonna watch this, and that's why we got to break everything down to the very basics so everybody understands why we're saying this shit.
Now, Tom, we must be very difficult with this since Matt is here. We understand you're a libertarian, and Tom did include roads. We apologize for not warning you ahead of time.
Yo, look, roads, roads. It's serious. This is the thing is I'm remotely a libertarian. I'm a paleo conservative. I've no problem with my government doing what a government's supposed to do, right? I have a problem when my government takes my money by fucking force and gives it to somebody to fuck else. In general.
You want responsible usage of your taxpayer dollars. You don't want it being used like somebody jerking off and exploding like fireworks and being like,
I just want to say, anarcho-capitalism does work.
No, see, this is where libertarians start fighting with each other because we do shit like what I'm about to do. Okay. You have a problem with somebody taking your money and spending it on somebody else. Memes brought up roads. I want a road from Eugene, Oregon to Corvallis, Oregon. By the way, that crosses county line. Have fun.
Okay,
yeah.
So what? Either way, dude. I mean,
no, not so what. No, not so what. Because now, whose money are we spending? Whose money are we spending?
No, dude. When it comes to roads, it doesn't freaking matter because the road is going to be built anyway.
Okay.
The point is, the road needs to be built between point A and point B. It's going to happen, one way or another. Either it's going to be built privately and become a toll road, or it's going to be built off people's taxes. But either way, it needs to exist.
Have you looked at the West Coast?
Okay. Here's the thing. Yo, we don't have county roads where I live. We've never had a county. There's no county roads in Pennsylvania. They're state roads. Yeah, they're state roads. They're all just state roads.
Yeah, no, and you guys got toll roads and shit, right? We don't have that on the West Coast.
Man. Yeah, we have two toll roads. We have 76 and we have 476. And that's it.
And
those are the only two toll roads.
Best roads in the state.
No, they're fucking garbage.
Yep.
Oh, are they?
Even our toll roads.
God damn it. You fucked my whole argument up.
Privately constructed roads can be great. Anarcho-capitalism can work.
No, it can't. It's fucking. Anarcho-capitalism's stupid. It's a fucking dumb idea. You need government.
It is not a dumb idea.
People were talking about the
breaking
military.
news from CBS 15 seconds ago. Pelosi says House will vote on war powers resolution this week.
Oh, good.
Dude, why is Pelosi even talking still? Haven't her teeth fallen out on a fucking podium?
No, that doesn't matter. No. Remember what I said earlier. We're moving air groups into the region of Iran, and now even Nancy Pelosi is saying they're going to vote on war resolution.
Well, let's finish up this anarcho-capitalism thing because I think it's important. All right, look. The deal is that Americans and companies and the world need shit. All right. When you live inside of a country, you have to defend that country from other countries. All right. So, and in particular, when you live in a country where they have taxes and they have a fucking budget and they have the ability to pay for a bunch of shit, right? You have to keep up your technology against them. All right. And in order to do so, you have to stand here. Hey, what up, man? Role playing blurred. How the fuck you doing? Right. Fucking like, yo, you have to stand here and be able to spend enough money that you can motherfucking keep up with the other countries technologically so that you don't end up getting invaded and taken over. You know what I mean? That way, like when you're dealing with trade deals, you know what I mean, between the two fucking countries, or when your two companies are dealing with a trade deal, one doesn't have a fucking country behind them that's going to be fucking stronger than yours. That's kind of really where the fucking anarcho-capitalism fucking argument breaks down. Because you go, oh, man, fucking, you know, private corporations can defend, yeah, they can defend their property. They can defend maybe a, like, somewhat larger fucking goddamn joint. Yeah, it's dumb. Anarcho-capitalism is fucking stupid, all right? And believe me, like, yo, you can go have a conversation with TFM, and he'll tell you why anarcho-capitalism is fucking dumb.
Well, I would say that, I mean, I'm not a anarcho-capitalist, actually, but I will say that the one thing that they do have that no one really brought up in the arguments for anarcho-capitalism, at least not that I've seen, is that there is mercenary armies that you can hire to do your shit for you. Because mercenary armies are very commonplace now.
Yeah, but they're not big. Like, if you want to take
Blackwater is pretty fucking big. They were running half of the Afghanistan invasion.
Yeah, okay. If you want to take no. They were handling the motherfucking security for it. They did not do the invading.
Wait, but also see, the thing is, in America, in anarcho, there are no gun control laws. So basically, everyone could become a mercenary. Like, you have a massive amount of people who can join a militia and form a mercenary group.
Well, I understand what you're saying, right? But like, what I'm trying to tell you is eventually it's going to come down to the point where you're just going to have fucking taxes anyway to pay for it.
Well, there's one other problem with that too. And like, even under anarcho-capitalism, the second you start forming militias and stuff, it's going to inevitably turn into some form of a loose government at some point.
Like,
so, you know, anarcho-capitalism breaks.
How, like, yo, who's going to pay for these fucking mercenary armies?
It's the corporations that want to defend their property for obvious reasons.
Well, no. I'm talking about, like, as a country, like, fucking you defend your goddamn borders, right? And you want to defend your motherfucking property, but you want to defend, like, the whole country as a whole, right? You're not going to defend somebody else's backyard.
There's no country, technically.
Well, yo, the world's made of fucking countries.
Yeah, that's kind of how that works, man.
And I mean, when you have societies and different cultures, you form countries. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have a world without fucking countries.
Well, I mean, there are a couple places that I don't think are a country. Like, I think Sentinel Island is not a country, and it's filled with people.
Dude,
yeah,
so
because everybody, yeah, it's actually India, right? But the problem is like India and the rest of the world say no one else is allowed to go there, and we let the inhabitants alone. They have no idea that the rest of us exist.
They actually kind of do. It's just they will kill anyone who steps
on the island. No. They have no idea that the rest of us exist. They have no clue how big the world is.
Well, they don't even know. Is, they'll kill anyone who comes on the island. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that may be, but you know, I mean, do the people on that island have any concept of A, what is India, and B, what the fuck is the United States?
No,
they do not.
Yeah, so that whole argument's retarded, right? So what I'm saying is, anarcho-capitalism is fucking dumb. It's a stupid way of doing things. It doesn't fucking work, and people need to stop fucking pitching it. I'll tell you what. You know what? I went into what the fuck's that guy's name? Dapperton. I was talking to Mr. Dapperton, right? And fucking, I went into his server, and Idaho recently, they ended up standing here having a point where they if they have a law where if they don't renew all the laws every year in their fucking state, they stand here and all the laws go away, right? So like any state laws, you know, because like federal laws still apply, but all the state laws disappear. And I went in there and I said, well, Idaho just said, you know what I mean, like fucking they got rid of all their fucking laws. What can we do when we go there and go make some money? And I got fucking stunned silence from the place until somebody said, we can open up a fireworks stand. That is the extent of anarcho-capitalist understanding of what the fuck is going on around them. They're fucking retarded. They're fucking dumb. And nobody has any idea what the fuck they're talking about. Fuck them and fuck their stupid ideology.
Well, you could make
arguments. You don't like Mr. Dapperton?
I think he's a cool dude. I mean, I think he's a bitch for not ever going on anybody else's stream. And the reason why, and like legitimately, there's a reason why he doesn't, is because he doesn't have his argument down pat either.
I mean, I don't agree with all their ideas, but they have some interesting ideas. Like, I kind of agree with them on the idea of IP laws, because I think IP laws are totally abused, at least in the States.
Well, but here's the thing. It's like, to say, well, IP laws, we could do some reformation, we could probably figure something out, does not necessarily mean that we should delve into full anarchism.
Well, what I'm telling you is, all right, is that like, yo, it doesn't work. They know it doesn't work, and it's all just mental motherfucking masturbation.
Well, I thought a lot of it was troll.
I would say that out of all the different forms of anarchism, like anarcho-capitalism, I feel like is the most likely that could work, but I mean, it will work out of all.
It won't. It still won't work, all right? Because you have niggas like me who's going to come kick your fucking door down. There's going to be nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, when you kick my door down.
I just get a gun. That's what guns are
down.
for.
No,
Well,
there is something I can do about it. When you kick my door down, I'm going to blow your head off with my 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
there
Also,
I am,
since
right on
there's
the
no-
other side.
Also, since there's
Yeah,
no
but-
government stuff, there's no one to stop me from having nuclear warheads. So I
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
use my
Like-
recreational nuclear warheads to get.
Yeah.
But there's one problem with that, though. Okay, so if you kill somebody that comes into your house, well, their family's going to want retribution, which means that they're going to be coming after you, which means you got to hire a private army to protect your ass, and it again eventually turns into some
You
form of government to resolve this.
You forget the non-aggression principle.
Well, no.
Really, dude?
No, but here's the thing.
What about when I like punching somebody in the face?
You still
the
violate
thing is,
AP,
when
so you can't. Your
Pinoy
family
kicked
can't
my
get.
door, when
Can you
Pinoy kicked
violate
my
my
door
privacy?
open, he
Hold on,
initiated the
Savage.
conflict.
Savage, let me ask you
Therefore,
something.
when I
Hold
shot
up.
him, it was in self-defense. Therefore, any retribution from his
So
camp
when Tom Pinoy
is
breaks
a
down the door,
progression of the war they started. Now I could take over his house and his territory, and it's now mine. And suddenly we grew.
Yo, it's guns in hands, nigga. That's what you're talking about. Hold up. Yo, we gotta welcome somebody new to the motherfucking Discord joint. Yo, role playing blurred. What up, man? How the fuck you doing, man? You gonna unmute yourself? Or you gonna sit there? Oh, he disappeared. Oh, he's back. Yo, I don't know. When he's ready to talk, he can talk. But yeah, like, yo, it's all about guns in hands, all right? Legitimately, like, if I form a big enough gang to be able to take over and shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'll fucking stand here and, you know what I mean, fucking, let me get this.
That was the big issue that I tended to find when you had the discussions about anarcho-capitalism. Okay, even in theory, it may sound nice to a lot of folks, but it's as soon as the NAP is violated, to not have some governmental body of due process, you often end up in the Hatfield-McCoy scenario.
Well,
See, and Savage, that's exactly what I wanted to ask you, man. Is okay. So you've got this non-aggression pact. Who enforces that?
I think according to anarcho-capitalists, the non-aggression principle was like was a voluntarism or something. Is that what
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
but
the problem.
No,
So-
the non-aggression
who is
principle.
going-
What
who
does
is there
not
to
hurt
enforce
me
it?
or pick my pocket is not my concern. So when Pinoy gave the scenario that he kicked my door in, that's the violation. Bam.
Yeah.
We just hit the
Right.
flashpoint, and we're at open warfare.
And
Who enforces the non-aggression principle? I do. Me and my guns.
See, there's that too. But at the same time, to enforce that among everybody in an anarcho-capitalist society, you're gonna have to have a body of people that is trusted to enforce that. Which means, guess what? You now have a rudimentary police force and a rudimentary government.
Well, I would say this is kind of weird. I would say that in like an anarcho-capitalist scenario, like if you want to call it a government, then I guess you can. But it'd be like I feel like the corporations and businesses would kind of form their little pacts with each other to kind of form some body of rules and stuff with each other.
Well, see, then that's not really anarchism, is it?
No.
Well, if everyone still have guns and there's no regulations really, then it's like
No,
That's
you just said
mercantilism. That's
that there
mercantilism.
would be agreements between the corporations to decide what would be acceptable and what wouldn't. Therefore, it is still a form of a government.
The governments are
Anarchy's
now,
up.
yeah, the governments are now the motherfucking goddamn government. And like, again, like there's so many problems with anarcho-capitalism. It's basically like, what the fuck's that shit? It's not crony capitalism. It's not egalitarian. It's the fuck is that goddamn word I'm looking for, man? Where fucking corporations just run shit. Fucking, we're like it's an aristocracy is what the fuck it is, or an
I think
oligarchy.
in this case you call corporate. Okay, I think you call it corporate.
Oligarchy or mercantilism, like I said 4 times.
Yeah, it's an oligarchy is what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Like real shit.
Democracy.
Yeah, but
because moving further and further into being more data driven, and everything's practically moving towards the Internet of Things.
Yo, it's an oligarchy, and that's what the fuck the situation is. And you know what I mean, like, yo, oligarchies tend to be run by people who have money, and the people who don't have money are, you know, I mean, they're going to be held in place by fucking basically a fascist fucking government when it really comes down to it, making sure that they don't fuck up other people's goddamn money. You know,
I would say that oligarchy is kind of inevitable because I think that's kind of the natural state of humanity when you look at the history of governments and peoples throughout the world.
And therefore, you just defeated your own argument that anarcho-capitalism can't work.
Well, now big difference is all the data could be collected into a single server, into many servers, and practically everything about your life is right at their fingertips.
Yeah, like it's basically like living under a fascist motherfucking dictatorship is kind of the situation. It's a terrible thing to do, and it's awful, and I don't understand why anybody would want it. You know what I mean? But apparently some people do. Like you fucking. Go ahead.
I think for some people are saying that once you get rid of IP laws and stuff, that would kind of break a lot of monopoly, a lot of corporations have.
Well, yeah, see, again, that's why I'm a paleo-conservative. I want a tiny fucking government, you know what I mean? That, like, I don't really want them to have a fuck ton of power over the people and to have this massive police state that we have. You know, like see, this is where, like, me and everybody else in this general vicinity break lockstep, because I think we need religion, right? Because religion holds dumb people in place. And, like, once you have, like, a religious background to your fucking culture and shit, you end up having an invisible force telling people that, you know what I mean, like, having people make their own decision to do the right thing, right? Like, it's much better for a man, it's much better for somebody to make their own decision to be fucking chill than for you to force them by having them being watched by a fucking camera and a man with a gun all the goddamn time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that, Tumpy. And when you really think about it, that was kind of why the Catholic Church was formed in the beginning.
Yeah, and on top of that, like, everybody thinks that, like, and see, this is the other thing is, like, everybody has, like, this false equivalency. You think that everybody's just like you, and they're not. Like, the vast majority of people, like, I got an IQ of like 100 and like 135, 136, something like that. It was measured in high school. I was at 139. I'm gonna let myself drop a few points, right? But, like, so. Fucking, you think everybody's like you, but the vast reality is like the majority of people who you're dealing with, like the people across the country, are fucking retarded. They have an IQ of like fucking 90 to 100, like 105, 100 is average.
Wait. How do we know you even have a high IQ though?
How do we know? I don't know. Like, check my work.
Dude, his
IQ is like wicked high.
I don't know, check my work. You know what I mean? Like, you can see all the shit that I've done on here, right?
So you have some numbers on a piece of paper, and see, my thing is, I tend to think people are smart. They know what they know often well. However, when confronted with something that they're unfamiliar with, they often go with what folks they know and say and trust. And as fun as the anarcho-capitalism thing is, are we going to war?
Are we going to? Probably.
I am kind of wondering about that.
Probably.
Memes. Are we going to war? 7 air groups from the United States Air Force have moved into the region. 1 air group from the RAF has moved into the region. the Iranians have continued rocket attacks on the embassy.
There were a
in
couple of
Baghdad.
cyber attacks I heard.
Okay, look, I literally don't care. Whatever, I don't fuck care. Like, I'll let them fucking do what the fuck they're gonna do at this point. You know what I mean? Because like,
The real question is,
can't stop it.
if we get drafted in World War III, we still have access to Discord on the Warzone.
No.
like I'm not getting drafted into World War III. I'm too old. I'm too fat, and I'm not motherfucking physically
God damn it,
capable.
Tom,
Did
just
you-
because we're older and freaking
Hold
out
on,
of shape and
hold
stuff,
on, hold on.
we shouldn't just bear our privilege.
Hold on. No, draft you and stuff. Like, heck, if there are some instances where people who are old will still get drafted if they need the people.
Yo, seriously, they're not gonna take me.
They will take you.
No, seriously, like they won't take me. Like
Tom, if things get desperate enough, they'll even call the likes of us up.
So you're gonna flee to Canada.
Oh no! Like I would be more than willing to fight. I tried to sign up in 2002, but legit in 2002 they were taking everybody, and they told me to go fuck myself. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
Since when? Since when is a gorilla not fit to go to war?
I have a deformed arm due to like fucking injuries sustained through fucking sports when I was younger, and I'm flat-footed. And on top of that, like fucking, I have like a few like other health conditions, like being shot, which prevented me from fucking joining the military.
How did you get that bullet wound? Bike accident. Why is there an exit wound?
Yeah, kind of the deal.
I think if they drink stuff, I'm totally. I mean, I'm black, so. Yeah. I got those fast twitch muscles and stuff, so I'll be good.
I have no problem going to war. I tried to fucking go in, but they won't take me. You know what I mean? I will be the last person they fucking come for. Like, I'm just too fucked up for them. Like, dude, I went and actually, I broke my finger, like, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. Probably, like, 9 years ago at this point. Fuck, I'm getting old. I broke my finger, and fucking I went to the hospital to get an x-ray. And then, like, fucking they called me back in because they're like, well, first off, you know what I mean? We told you it wasn't broke. It is broke, right? Secondly, we want to x-ray the rest of your arms. And they x-rayed the rest of my arms. They looked at it, and there was these white spots, like just tiny little, like the fucking, like look like the night sky on my arms. And I go, what's that? And they go, fucking, did you work, like, where did you work at? And I was like, I work at a fucking steel mill. And they go, oh, there's pieces of metal all through your motherfucking muscles and skin inside of your fucking body.
No, I always wondered about that. You can't get an MRI, can you?
No, I cannot. Like, yo, legitimately, they are not taking me, nigga.
So women getting drafted, yes or no? Is that going to happen?
Fuck no. Fuck
if
no.
The Equality Amendment goes through, it's law.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they're gonna get drafted.
Good. Put them all on the front line. Let them see what it's really like.
I mean, to be fair, no, but I think Tom, you talked about this before. It's like, didn't the Supreme Court like a few years ago rule like it's unconstitutional to bar women from?
But they're not gonna stop it. They're not gonna fix it. They don't care.
Technically, the draft is random though.
That's just like, the Supreme Court passed a law that child support cannot be enforced because it's a civil fucking action. You can't be locked up for it. Niggas is still going to jail, homie.
Wait, what?
What?
That's a Supreme Court ruling?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like you covered this, but I didn't understand.
Yeah, like, you're legally, they cannot fucking put you in jail for child support, and legally they cannot stand here and what's the other part? Oh, legally they have to give you representation. They don't care. They still don't give you representation. You're still going to jail, nigga.
So you're going to jail for your debts and have them continue to accrue, and then you get out, and then potentially go back to jail for not being able to pay your debts that you accrued while in jail.
And on top of that, you don't get any representation for it.
If that's true, then that's
you know what the worst part about it is? If you go to jail on a child support violation, that's for contempt of court, and they can hold you indefinitely.
72,000 men a day go to jail for fucking child support, fellas. Just so y'all know.
But yeah, you said you have kids, right, Tom?
6 of them.
So have you not been, child support raped?
Well, I pay $20,000 a year, nigga.
And you're not taking, but you still have enough to not go to jail.
Yeah, bro. Like, yo, fucking man, I make money. All right, I'm not like one of these bum ass niggas that work at McDonald's.
Well, why do you think he's here doing this right now?
Like, yo, I make money. All right, like yo, I make $80,000 a year. I haven't made less than $50,000 a year since I was 25. All right,
So are you MGTOW or are you not MGTOW?
I'm MGTOW adjacent.
Yeah, because it seems like with all those kids you have, it's like, oh, it seems like, I don't know, it seems a little reckless for MGTOW and stuff.
Yeah, man. Like I support the movement. You know what I mean? And I keep y'all motherfuckers safe when you're in my fucking guards. I don't let nobody like call y'all names or make fun of y'all, talk shit, none of that fucking bullshit. I make sure that you get airtime.
Tom P. is to MGTOW a safe space.
Wait, so wait, why all the like, you know, like the reckless sex then that gives you a lot of kids?
Because I like pussy. That's why, motherfucker. Yo, I'm fucking.
Yo, why did I do?
Look, I like pussy, and like a doll's just not doing it for me. Like I can't.
You're not saying doll, but like, why not protect?
Girl, women are beautiful.
Yo, because pussy feels good and nothing inside of it feels good. That's why. All right, and like, you know.
I'm just saying it's so cheap to get a condom nowadays.
Dude, fuck that. Condoms suck, man. I mean, they just destroy any amount of sensation you're gonna get.
Yo, it does legitimately. I don't know how much pussy you get legitimately. In the past 3 days, I've fucked 4 bitches. All right, legitimately, like I get a lot of fucking pussy.
I couldn't even fucked myself 4 times.
Yo, like, in the past 24 hours, I've had sex 4 fucking times. Like, yo, I gets it in. You know what I mean? But role playing Blurred finally unmuted himself. What up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Tom B?
Chilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually about to go to fucking work here soon, man. Fucking, you know what I mean? I got fucking money to go goddamn making shit. Tends to be how it works. I'm fucking, oh, this dude here, he does a live stream on, with a serious black guy, you know what I mean, over on his motherfucking channel and shit. Y'all should go check that shit out.
Oh, you guys, he's from, so he hangs out with Serious Black.
Yeah, man, fucking he's the other half of his channel and shit. Fucking, yo, they gets it in over there. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of what they do. I like Sirius. I think he's cool as fuck. You know what I mean? Fucking I hang out over in their server on a regular basis. They good people over there. They get it done. You know what I mean? Fucking, like if you're not willing to go to the black manosphere, you know what I mean, and be told that you're all types of bitches and shit, you know what I mean, to listen to their communist rhetoric, you know what I mean, it's a good fucking channel to go listen to.
No, it seems like, I mean, I know him on TFM server. Like, he talks about a lot of anime and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like, fucking, he's a black dude from the hood who, you know what I mean, he fucking stood here and, like, worked his way out, you know what I mean, and fucking made some money and handled his business and did a lot of shit. He's a cool dude, and, like, you know, every time I go over there, I make him, you know what I mean, get his hood back in him and shit. Like, it's fucking important.
I don't know. I'm still kind of, you know, salty that he like insulted Naruto and stuff. It's like, dang, that's my childhood right
Wait,
there.
what?
What? I grew up on Naruto.
What was the Hokage disrespected?
No, he just doesn't like Naruto, and it's like, oh, I'm kind of salty.
Well, you don't have to like Naruto.
I know. I was making a joke saying that. Just
yeah, look, I will ban y'all niggas to the shadow realm. Keep nerding up my motherfucking channel and shit. I swear to God.
Don't make me crack no millennial lies.
Yo, motherfucking Rockets in the motherfucking chat and shit. Damonus Anubis, that's my nigga. I got fucking love for him. He does big things over there. You know what I mean?
Watch Gundam.
What?
Universal Timeline, man. You gotta watch the...
and by the way, yo, Barracuda Edwards, which I don't know why the fuck he changed his goddamn name, but he got a fucking John over on that podcasting site that I'm about to join into. Or that I'm on too.
Well, what's this site called?
It's called Anchor.
So it's like a open podcast for like anyone to like start doing podcasts on?
Yeah. And if you have the app, like you can fucking like have other people join it and shit. And that way you don't have to worry about YouTube fucking you up and they automatically monetize you.
Okay, but it's purely for podcasts.
It's straight audio.
Yep, straight audio. Which is basically what we do any fucking way. You know what I mean?
So can you download the app on your desktop, or is that like a phone-only app?
Both, I think. I don't know about downloading on the desktop. I know like you can go to the website on the desktop.
Does it work now since you get the new laptop, Tom?
I don't know. Fucking, I haven't really tried it out yet. I've been busy, man. I told you I got laid 4 times in the past 24 hours.
Yeah, I forgot when I was one of the reasons I was originally popping on. you remember how you were saying how you had done that call with like PayPal, and you're talking about like folks getting booted and stuff.
Yeah.
So I had a call with a rep at one of my local financial institutions, a bank that I've been a part of for literally over half my life now. And I straight up just pitched to him that question because I inquired about a merchant services account for other reasons. And I asked him, like, so is there any way, like, you would boot people off for, like, saying, like, maybe something stupid or something to somebody? He's like, oh, we've never had anything like that. The only time they've essentially either gone back, and they don't necessarily just boot people, they would actually try to work with you for things. They said the only instance they ever ran into was like over here in Massachusetts, like if you were like a gas station and you didn't disclose you were selling like CBD oil or something like that, because that would adjust their market price for the risk there, and that's all they're saying. So I'm like, oh, so basically, and I told them I'd share it with other folks. So if anyone's interested, I could always give them. Basically, it ends up being more expensive than like a Stripe or a PayPal in general, because they process things around like, I think between 2 to 2.5. This was at like $100,000 of monthly revenue, and again, that was for like a large gateway. It was like 2.7%. So you're probably going to see the same prices as like Patreon stuff, but if you don't have to worry about getting booed for saying something stupid.
Yeah, I feel where you are. Like, fucking, that's not a bad idea. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, if you can put something together. I think, what's his name? I think Jordan Peterson just got his shit the fuck out here finally.
Yeah, he just launched ThinkSpot.
Yeah, fucking where, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure exactly how it works, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's kind of whatever, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, as far as things are concerned, you know, so it you know, I'm tired of having to deal with these people who, like, they want to talk about our opinions, but like they have rules, and like we just don't know what the rules are because they haven't been explained to any of us. It's like YouTube. YouTube has rules. We don't know what the rules are. Like, nigga, I've caught in 2 fucking hate speech strikes for making fun of mariachi bands. You know what I mean? Like, you really never know.
It's a close-knit community.
Like, you don't know what the rules are. I know whether or not you're going to break them. It's kind of the situation, you know. So.
Dude, all I know is the channel I started following, I looked at it and I'm like, all right, if Tom happened to piss one of these people off, I see at least 7 or 8 people and more folks moving around. Dude, there's got to be a type of the community. They must have all come after you.
All right, but anyway, yo, look, man, I gotta go to work. I got a message probably like fucking 20 minutes ago to my fucking loads ready. I gotta go pick that shit up and head my ass down to motherfucking Virginia. And I mean, it's that time of the day for me. I gotta go make this fucking money. But I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. It's really appreciated. Motherfucking Jonathan Doe, Mad Libertarian, Memes to Destruction, Role Playing Blur. Make sure you go check out Serious Black Guys motherfucking podcast. William K. Savage, motherfucking Darkstar, my nigga, and my boy Barracuda Edwards. Make sure you're checking him out on his motherfucking podcast and shit. Check out Rockets News, because, you know, that's my boy, and he's a motherfucking friend of the show. And he's also a friend of mine. He's a cool guy. You know what I mean? Somehow he managed to stay the fuck out of all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Anybody got anything to say before we motherfucking go?
Yeah, just make sure you drive safe out there, Tom.
All right, thank you, man. I will. Yeah, I mean, in the meantime, man, y'all know the situation. Wash your motherfucking dicks. I'm gonna holler at your motherfuckers later. Peace be like one. Peace. All right.